It's nice to see you again. Welcome back to twitch.tv/bestpalbrigade. I am the Marshal today. My name is Kyle. My pronouns are any and all. And we are playing Deadlands, which is currently live on Kickstarter, and it's doing, as is expected, really well. If you want, and you're live in chat right now, you can type !Deadlands to figure out what the setting is and to get a link to the Kickstarter. The menus are also open because this is maybe a 1 or a 2 shot. We'll see how it goes. Deadlands is a Weird West setting, one of the earliest Weird West settings, if not the earliest. Similar to like the Manly Wade stories, old Silver Strings Wade. But it's about the Weird West, which is to say the Wild West after the Civil War, where things sort of took an alternate history approach. And you know, demons and ghosts and shit are real. You know, I don't have to dress it up for them. It's Deadlands. A lot of people know what Deadlands is, and if you don't, you got Google. Go Google it. Unless you're driving, don't drive and Google. Joining me today are these three lovely souls. Any of you can go first. They pointed to you. They pointed to you. They pointed to you.
Fine.
Go.
Hi guys, I'm Tony. Pronouns are he, him, and today I will be playing Kojak Devano. Who is also also he, him.
Okay. Who's next?
I'll go. My name is Minnie. I go by she, her. Today I am playing Trixie, who also goes by she, her.
Trixie. And finally, who are you?
Hi guys, I'm Josh. My pronouns are he, him, and I am playing Harold Johnson, whose pronouns are also he, him.
Harold Big Johnson, I see. Well.
And there it starts.
Fucking, I knew a kid with Johnson as his last name. And ooh, Big Johnson was just, everyone made the fucking joke. It's been stuck in my head forever. Harold Big Johnson and Johnson Shampoo Company. And yeah, we're playing.
Wow.
We're playing Deadlands.
Stephanie out of context.
It's still weird without music. I might try to integrate music next week as we sort of continue on this old dusty road. But yeah, we're playing Deadlands. Everything's fine. Today's setup actually went pretty well. Everyone looks lovely. Hopefully everyone feels lovely, and hopefully you, the listeners, are doing well. My gym teacher in middle school's name was Richard Smallwood. Oh no. My family, I forget which side, but there was like a family sort of friend, like a family acquaintance whose name was Dick Heine.
I had someone in my school, his name was Justin Butts.
Oh, yeah. 6-year-old Kyle thought Dick Heine was the funniest shit, the peak of comedy. And so, Chip for the favorite Marshal. Who's that? So, we're gonna be playing Deadlands. I said that 100 times. Let's just do the dang thing, huh, y'all?
Get that accent going.
Shut up, bitch.
Wow.
You are all citizens of the Texan city of San Antonio. The setting of Deadlands takes place in an alternate history Earth in which the Battle of Gettysburg didn't go as it did in our world. The long and short of it is, which most people aren't even really aware of, was that during the Battle of Gettysburg, this event called the Reckoning happened. And what that basically meant was all of the soldiers who died in Gettysburg got back up and started to just butcher everyone around them. So the Union didn't win, and in the old Deadlands canon, this swung the favor of the war in a very different direction, so that way it didn't really end with the Confederacy being defeated. But New Deadlands, Confederacy fucking loses, rightfully so. It just happens a little bit later. So, in San Antonio, you are still very much in the United States of America, but there is still that old Confederate energy hanging around, and you know, some gray shirts and whatnot. But San Antonio rests in sort of the south central Texas area, and running through it is the Bayou Vermilion Railway, originating in Nolens and sort of running its way all the way through, and currently, I believe, terminating somewhere around Death Valley. San Antonio, for the most part, is a pretty nice city. Not a whole lot of horrid shit happens here. Of course, there's some shit that happened in the past, but for the most part, in reference to a lot of the rest of the world, a lot of the rest of the west of America, it's a lot better off. For example, in California, a shitload of it just fell into the ocean, and then a little while later, it got overrun with demons. And then a little while after that, there was a big-ass flood around the same time as the demons. Overall, California kind of sucks. Things like this happen all over the place. The Mormons basically solidified the nation of Deseret. Salt Lake City became a major hub of industry that was previously led by Hellstrom, who I believe is dead now. But all that doesn't really matter too much. What's important is critters and monsters and boogans of all sorts are very, 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 very real. Not everyone knows about it, but you three definitely do. Because in San Antonio rests Oates Saloon, named after its original proprietor, Otis Johnson, who tragically met his demise about 2 years ago. The three of you are regulars of the Oates Saloon. Harold, being the brother, was he your older brother or younger brother?
Older.
Older? Okay. Being the younger brother of Otis, you have sort of taken on the responsibilities of being proprietor and bartender and whatever other odd jobs are required to you. But thankfully, you have a relatively steady cash flow, courtesy of two of your official, unofficial, mostly unofficial, if you tell anyone they're official, I will sue, employees, Trixie and Kojak. Trixie being a sex worker that uses the saloon as sort of a cover for insidious work, which I'm sure we'll get to shortly, and Kojak, who uses it as kind of a card shark. You're a hustler, is that correct, Kojak?
Yes, and people want to stick around because they think they can beat me.
Okay, so
I'm good for business because they want to get drunk as they don't beat me.
So you're a good card shark in that you're not just out and out hustling, you are fucking grifting. And so it is kind of a busy evening in the Oates Saloon. Are you two muting your microphone? Oh, okay, never mind. And there are maybe dozen and a half kind of inebriated, dusty, dirty locals and out-of-towners that have taken up temporary stay in the saloon for the evening, enjoying the drink, some cards, some sex for money, and a lot of food and booze, if I didn't really stress that enough. Harold, what does the Oates Saloon look like?
It looks like a barnyard saloon with a double door
the clacks, yeah, the swinging doors, yeah.
Swinging doors. There is a piano that's kind of run down. They have, the tables and the bar stools. They have a upstairs portion where people can also hang out and whatever.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that tonight is kind of a busy night because you know that Trixie has work to do tonight, and Kojak, I would say that you're probably running some tables right now.
Oh yeah.
Why don't? Sitting across from you is a Louisiana like sugarcane. I don't want to say like baron, but like let's say like a rum runner, like someone who sort of excels in making sugar-based spirits. Very, very like very thin, sort of wispy dirt stash across his very like pallid face, and he sort of looks at his hands and then sort of looks up at you. Most of the other players at the table have already been folded. He says, "So I'll meet." Tosses some chips in. Kojak, could you roll gambling for me?
This would also include the 6 die, right?
Yes, you are wild cards. It includes your d6.
You gotta bear with us while we're still remembering how to do this. It's been a little while.
Don't sweat. You good, baby. You good. Noah, thank you for the sub. Kamino Taku, thank you.
And it would be helpful if I rolled if I rolled the 8 and not the 4.
Also, tell me whatever the sub does. I think it might be a Benny. Who do you want to give your Benny to?
Okay, this is going to be a problem. So I gotta find my die.
Oh no!
Let's just roll the other 8. I got a 7.
A 7. Shit. I'm gonna say that you're also playing with a loaded deck, so I'll give you a +1 for an 8. You succeed with a raise. He says, I'll call. You're bluffing. I know you're bluffing. And so he flips it over. 4 aces. Oh, tell me you know this one, Tony.
I think I know the reference, but I forget what the response is. That's what bothers me.
So the rum runner goes to pull all the chips in, and you grab his hands. The line, Tony, is up. 5 aces.
It is 5 aces. It is. We're playing with wild cards.
No, you just have 5 aces.
Where did the die go? No. Hang on, guys. Sorry about this. I'll get used to using the. I think it's under you.
You're good, Haas.
Found it. It was also a 7 anyway.
Wah, wah. All right. Ready?
Yeah. 5 aces.
You're bluffing.
All right.
You're bluffing. 4 aces.
5. 5 is bigger than 4, right?
He huffs away, stomps away as you rake in the pot. Josh, you have been gifted a Benny by Kamino Taku.
Thank you.
And yeah, you sort of rake the chips to your side. You know, not even the chips. Like this is a place where you're gambling with like coins and bills and things like that. And you pull it all in. Meanwhile, Trixie, your contract has very much arrived, and I don't know how much of this you are comfortable with. So you sort of let me know when that line comes, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
And so you have retired to the room with this let's say gray coat, and he has been rather gross and untoward throughout your encounters with him this evening, which will make the rest of it all the sweeter. How do you do this?
I get drunk.
Okay. So you take a big,
Just that easy.
big chaser of some mezcal, and he says, "All right then, sweetheart. What say we get to the good stuff, huh?" You slam it, drop the shot glass. It's Nixon. Yeah, I guess I did do a Nixon there for a second.
Well, sweetie, you know the deal. I need to see your money first.
Oh, you sort of grumbles, says some unsavory words, and slaps a stack of Confederate bills down. The money is not really legal tender anymore, but it's still kind of accepted, especially like out here in Texas. But yeah, he drops down the agreed upon price, but could you give me a notice check, actually? $300 Nixon bucks. Oh,
10.
Jesus. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck, yeah. Oh, my God. Dude is clearly hiding away plenty more bills. In fact, you succeed with a raise, so I'll say, like, in the rucksack that he threw down, you even catch the glint of, like, a little bit of gold.
Okay. Is he a hit, or is this just a...
Yes, this is 110% that kind of contract.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, like the money is waiting to be deposited.
Okay. Well, honey, just lay down. Let Tricky Trixie take care of you. Nice and light.
He like Lupin the Third, like foo, like jumps out of his clothes and lands on the bed. He says, "Oh yeah," like rubs his hands together. Like I want to stress, this is a very gross Lupin the Third. What happens?
He lays down, and I climb on top of him. What I'd like to do is, run my hands right by his face. Are you ready to see what Tricky Trixie's trick is?
Oh yeah. Oh, show me the trick. Oh.
I snap his neck.
Hold on. Do you say stab or snap?
Snap.
Snap? What is your fucking strength? I thought you were a poisoner.
I
can hear Cat laughing.
What's my strength? It is D6. But
I think it's the, like your stiletto to the side of the neck would have been.
Yeah, you.
I guess
you
I
bought poison. I'll give you a free dose.
Is if they're not as willing. So that's his job.
Oh, see, and I figured the poison was just because it's fucking easy because it's poison.
No,
you put it on a dagger.
Poison is if they won't come and sleep with me.
Okay. So
if I can't get them in the bedroom, that's like, okay,
so
then
you
I gotta
poison
kill
them
them a different
downstairs.
way.
Okay. Yeah. By the way, this is a sex worker that does wet work on the side. You know, it's the gig economy. What are you gonna do? So you got drunk. I believe liquid courage boosts your vigor. I don't think it boosts your.
It boosts
strength.
my vigor and it lets me ignore a wound, but right now that's not the case.
So you know what? I'm gonna say you have the drop on this fool. Give me a strength check. But because you have the drop, you have +4.
Okay.
Also, he's like old, so maybe brittle bones.
He's not old. He's just gross.
I got glass bone.
Got the bonitis.
Bonitis.
9.
No, oh my god.
No. Is it a strength roll? Like are you doing an attack?
Strength and a wild die. Strength and a wild die. You don't add them together.
So
this is
a
damage.
succeed thing. So it's just the 5.
Yeah, 5.
So 5 + 4 is still a 9.
9, yeah.
Which is good.
Oh, never mind.
So that's a hit. No, that's okay. I mean, we got to the same number in different ways. -1 to Kyle's next roll. So you get on top of this dude and you say that you want to show him a magic trick, and much like the Joker in everyone's favorite Batman movie, you show him the magic trick that takes his life and snap this dude's fucking neck like a goddamn stick, and it spins around. I will say that, like, actually, I will ask, like, you have a corpse in your room now. What's the protocol here? Like,
usually what happens is when it gets really,
Snapped him like a
really-
Slim Jim. Fuck off.
I would think like because this is like a private room, not like anyone can just go into the room or
Yes.
whatever. This is one of those things where I dispose of bodies towards like
The end of the night.
at the end of the night when everyone's way too dark. It's way too dark outside, and everyone's really too drunk to even notice.
Yeah, Harold sort of will
I
deal
would-
with it.
I don't know if there's like a fourth person or if there's another person that maybe helps us like take the bodies.
Oh, super
on a-
duper no. It's just you three.
Oh, okay.
You ain't getting an NPC today. Sorry. So
Ali
Harold,
Lee?
no Allie Lees. Meanwhile, down at the bar, Harold, you're sort of dealing with some belligerents that have gotten a little too rowdy, a little too drunk, a little too violent with one another. You can tell that this is going to very quickly be a situation where they draw on each other. So it's like a woman and like two men, and they're hissing and cussing and spitting at each other, and just you were too busy doing other things to get the beginning of the argument, but the tail end that you get right now is just a lot of fuck you, I didn't say you fucking stepped to me. Yeah, fuck you stepped to me, I'm gonna fucking drill you full of you stepped to me, I'm gonna get you, motherfucker. And it's about to pop off. It's about to result in someone dying if you don't do something. Okay. Harold, what do you do?
Y'all, what's going on here?
So you just...
I just go in.
Yeah, I haven't described the other two yet. I was going to save it for everybody else, but could you describe Harold to everyone, like, as you walk up on these average-sized people?
He is I guess he's like 5, maybe 6 foot, kind of stocky, brown, rugged facial features, short, like buzz cut hair.
Okay.
And yeah.
And so you walk up behind all of them and interject yourself, and sort of the Boomhauer looking one sort of turns to you and goes, "No, I'm out here, Harold. Don't tell me what you're gonna do in here. I'm gonna do my damn. You know what I mean?"
Oh, sir, you need to stop right now. Before I have to take you out.
Well, what if we don't stop,
function.
Harold? What if we don't fucking stop? What are you gonna do about it, Harold? And she like spits at your feet.
I will call the police.
The sheriff.
The sheriff.
They laugh. Actually, no. Do you have intimidation?
I don't think so. No, I don't.
Okay, you're being pretty civil. You have to have at least persuasion, right?
Yes.
Please give me a persuasion check at -2.
Okay.
They don't give a shit about the popo. Thank you for the
2. Okay.
You got, oh no! Yeah, they laugh directly in your face.
Wait, I exploded. Never mind. Hold on. I got a 3. So never mind.
Yeah, no.
Explode, right?
Yeah, they explode. They explode. Thank you for the bits, Stephanie Sad Girl. What would you like to redeem it for? Yeah, no, they laugh directly in your face. Like, tell me, do you call, like, when you say the sheriff, is that the name for, like, your weapon of choice or anything like that? Like, are you gonna show them the sheriff? Like, what do you do here? Because they are laughing directly in your face.
I grab both of them with my
So you pick
hands.
2 of the 3 up. What's your strength die? It was pretty high, right?
It's 10.
Oh shit! Yeah, you
Okay, so we got the giant going on.
don't even roll. The gentle giant walks up and just hoists them, and you walk them out of the bar and just gently set them down on the porch. And the third one sort of just skedaddles out the side door.
And I nod and go back to work.
Okay, so you go back to work. The hour is getting to be about that time, Harold. Since you arrange a lot of Trixie's contracts, you know that there's a corpse that what needs burying in a little bit. Is the menu still set up for the Betwixt? Fuck. Is the... just go to the... Oh, shit, the one-shot menu isn't there. I'll allow the Volterra menu for tonight. Please use the Volterra menu. I thought I had the one-shot menu up. But what corpse done need burying is what's happening tonight. Kojak, you have swept house. You've made, like... What did you roll before? You rolled like a 7 or an 8. You've made like...
You gave me the plus to an 8, so...
Yeah, you've made an easy $80. Like, no problem. Trixie, you sort of resumed your work for the rest of the night. And by now, like, Harold, you have sort of like gotten everyone who is cognizant out of the bar and tossed the ones who are too drunk to go home. Just like tossed them out. Or, you know, whatever, if maybe you have a friend who like takes them somewhere. Like, I don't know what your arrangement is, because you're a gentle giant who also handles fucking wet work contracts.
Sheriff, deputy,
sheriff, deputy.
Do I have the money and the gold?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's say you pocketed an easy, like, with the gold, 200, like, easy.
Okay. I would say, like, anything that I make, I usually 50-50 split with Harold.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
So that means you gain 100.
So both of you are going to gain 200 then, because it was a $200 contract.
Right.
Apparently someone really wanted this fucking dude dead.
So it was a $400 contract, and we each get 200?
No, $200 for the contract and 200 for what you stole. So
I understand.
That makes it 200
There it
for
is.
each of you.
I understand.
A windfall Benny to Tricky Trixie. So Christine, you gain a Benny courtesy of Stephanie Sadgirl.
Thank you.
So you have gotten everyone out of the bar. It is just the three of you remaining, and there is a corpse of a Confederate soldier upstairs. I would like for each of you to sort of physically describe your characters. We already described Harold. If you have more you want to add, feel free. But if Trixie, you want to describe yourself, Kojak, you want to describe yourself, please feel free.
Well, I would think, like, you know, when you think of a typical saloon girl, you know, I look like that. But let's say,
Like big curled hair and thing like that.
yeah. I mean, I did whatever. I have like a braid in my hair, but
Looks
whatever.
good. You look good.
No, I would say, like, I was kind of going for the Moxie vibe from Borderlands.
Okay, so like a
Kind of like a
very
Moxie vibe
Moxie.
from Borderlands.
Okay.
Yeah, let's say that. Maybe like more voluptuous.
Okay.
You know,
More voluptuous than Moxie?
Yeah,
no,
that's
she's thicker. She's
Okay,
thicker.
Because I was gonna say, Jesus Christ,
She's
if
got those
memory serves,
watermelon
she's pretty
squeezing
big.
thighs.
Yeah, okay.
I want the watermelon squeezing thighs.
Okay, so you want
Not just
the
squeezing
muscular skull
watermelons,
crushers.
She can squeeze watermelon.
No, beer crushing boobs, snatched waist, watermelon squeezing thighs,
If someone
and size 4 feet. Okay, it's like
Rated E for everyone.
if someone from 10 years ago fucking heard us describe a character in this way, they would think we were describing an eldritch abomination. Like, what the fuck does watermelon squeezing thighs mean? Like, that is some sort of old one's shit. But no, it's not.
Now we're triple C thick. All right.
She is every orc that every gay woman draws. Yes, exactly. 110% yes.
All right.
Yeah, Kojak, what about you? Tough act to follow, I know.
Dexter's mom. That's
Yeah.
good. So Kojak is a fancy dressed man. You know, he's in a faded green kind of suit, where, you know, which stands out in a crowd where all they seem to have is like dusty brown or gray. Mm-hmm. And, you know, being not from around town for too long, like, you know, whereas I'm assuming you guys grew up in that area. You guys,
We're both from
Yeah.
San Antonio.
I definitely just came around since that incident a couple of years ago, so I'm still fairly much a newcomer, even if I'm familiar to the town now. But no one can seem to figure out where I came from. You know, I don't exactly have an accent that says the Bayou, even though I have a French name.
Okay. So you are a mysterious drifter.
Yeah.
I love it. And so you've all sort of convened for a palaver over one of the felt cloths of a poker table. It is spotty and damp with spilled spirits and drink. What do you do? Corpse upstairs. Said it enough. What's the plan?
I think I'm going to take out the corpse, bring it outside where I keep the kegs for the beers or whatever.
So Harold, do you pre-dig the graves?
Yes.
Okay.
I keep the kegs in there to keep it cool, and then until it needs to be switched out, I just
That way it's not suspicious.
It's a good cover. Fucking Christ. I swallowed funny when I left. Fuck. So you walk upstairs, you grab this corpse, and you sort of like throw it over your shoulder. Just like, the nice thing about the broken neck thing, minimal mess. Like, it's a pretty easy cleanup job. Forensics don't exist yet. Kojak and Trixie, what are you up to? Do you assist Harold with the corpse disposal, or do you do something else?
I usually don't. I'm probably at the bar. I'm just like, no, Harold, I'm gonna go behind the bar. I'm gonna fill myself up a couple of shots. All right.
Go right ahead.
This man was disgusting. Oh, I can still smell.
Based on the smell, yes.
Yeah. Like, I was on him for only 10 minutes. Woo!
And you kick it back. Kojak, what about you?
No, I'm not helping. I'm just here to take money and look good.
Fuck
How
yes.
was your haul today?
Oh, wasn't as good as other days, but you can't always have a big haul,
I saw you. I heard that commotion of the 4 aces.
Yeah, well, that guy thought that he had quite the jump on me, but I had to put him in his place. It wasn't really much.
5 is more than 4.
And so you, Harold, you sort of step outside with the corpse. Here is one of the problems, though, as you sort of toss this Confederate soldier into this deep grave. You learned a couple of lessons with the problem that took Otis's life. And ironically, the problem that brought all of you together as a bunch of people in the know. Your first real brush with the supernatural outside of Kojak, haunting your bar. When we never did name that criminal that fucked with y'all, did we? I will accept a Wild West villain name, everybody. Please give me a Wild West villain name. When the man that came back from the dead and killed your brother, Hank McGank, when Hank Calloway returned
Okay, there we go. All right.
from the dead after Trixie killed him originally, you buried him in a shallow grave, which he dug himself out of. He was dead as a doornail. All 3 of you knew that for sure. Like, you've been around a lot of corpses. You've been doing this for a while. He was dead as dirt, no pulse, poisoned, neck snapped, the whole 9. About a week later, he came into the bar. The events that followed after that almost burned the Oats Saloon to the ground and unfortunately took the life of Otis, your brother, in a shootout. What you did learn about people who come back from the dead is that there is a surefire way to prevent them from coming back from the dead. It is fucking grisly, though. The head must be destroyed. Like, this is a world that doesn't have like the popular Romero style zombies, but like that is what eventually did it. Like, you have some implement here to make sure this fool doesn't come back from the grave. What do you use?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no. What? Please.
I would say use a spade.
Watermelon crushing thighs. You have like a shovel.
He's got the right.
Use those watermelon crushing thighs.
Sit on top of a dead man's head, okay?
So Harold, what do you use to destroy the head?
I use it as a punching bag.
Oh my god. So you slide on the sheriff and the deputy, your brass knuckles,
Oh, yes.
and you just...
So we're not even talking about piercing the brain. We have to straight up destroy
Through
the head.
Yeah,
Does
so
it have to be separated from the body, or the head has to be completely like?
there are some undead that survive with their head separated. The destruction, like in the Deadlands mythology, this is nothing that your characters would know, but like when Abe Lincoln got shot in the head, he fucking got back up. So like you can survive with most of your head.
Hunter.
Yeah. But you thought he smelled bad on the outside. You should smell him on the inside as you turn that head into pulp. Could you give me a notice check, Harold?
Sure. Is it, okay, hold on.
Yeah, it's notice in your wild die.
Got
I
it.
think Harold's still very angry about Otis, and that's why he punches the heads.
To death, yeah.
That's just
Pretty fair.
Like, fuck you.
Now I have
you.
to serve booze to drunk people? Oh, wow. I crit failed.
Holy shit. So, you don't hear the person directly next to you until you hear, like, the of a match light and the gentle ignition of a cigarella.
I turn around with my fist up.
The person's face and most of their body is obscured. All you can sort of see is that dot of fire in the night. And the voice is light and high, but still with a little husk to it. Says, "Never can be too sure, huh?"
No. Who are you?
Smoke sort of blows out from the shadows. Harold. Is this the work of your friend?
What? How do you know me? Who are you? What business do you got here?
I'm with the Legion, Harold. We got business.
The Legion?
You recall fairly immediately after those words come out of your mouth. The three of you, after several brushes with the supernatural, ended up on the radar of the Twilight Legion, which is basically a clandestine organization that's made up of like Texas Rangers and like Southern spies and Northern spies and like just basically people from any walk of life, that deals extensively with trying to stop entities that they refer to as like apocalyptic, like biblical figures, or depending on their faiths, various different like demons and things like that. They deal with the shit that goes bump in the night. And after your encounter with the San Antonio Satan, as the tombstone epitaph came to refer to the demon that the three of you killed, you drew the attention of the Twilight Legion, and you had one brief interaction that said they would be in touch when they needed you. And apparently it is now.
Okay. Oh, the Legion. Yes.
Starting to think you forgot about us, Harold.
It's been a minute, so...
Yeah. 6 months. Why don't you finish up out here and we'll chat inside, huh?
I'll see you there. Never start punching again.
And as you begin to punch, the figure drops like a pristine kerchief, like on the keg next to you, presumably to wipe yourself off. And Trixie and Kojak, Trixie as you're slamming one back, and Kojak as you're counting up the night's winnings, a figure enters into the bar. Could you two give me perception notice checks, please? Also, hi, Sophia, what's up? All of y'all are changing your damn Twitch names. I'm gonna have to keep up.
I got a 9.
Okay.
3.
3.
I'm busy drinking.
Kojak, you don't see her as much as you feel the magic aura when she enters. She is next to Trixie, who has not seen her yet. But, like, you see her plain as day. She is a tall, somewhat muscular-looking black woman wearing, like, black on black leather and like, what's the word for, like, the pant texture? Like, woolen pants. No, like, jingle jangles on her boots or anything like that. A big 6-iron on her hip. And she sort of has a cigarella in between two of her fingers that she's smoking next to Trixie. Trixie has no idea that she is there. You know immediately this woman has cloaked herself with some sort of magic.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be nonchalant about it. Just be like, saloon's closed, darling.
Hello, Kojak. It's good to see ya. Trixie, you hear the voice next to you, and, like, you're drunk, so you're just like, Miss Tricky, pleasure.
Howdy.
Care for a smoke? As she rolls a cigarella across her unoccupied fingers to you.
Thank you. Light a lady up.
Oh, that's right, because I got a lighter.
You have, like, a fancy lighter, too.
Yeah.
You have a ghost rock lighter. And when you ignite it, you hear, like, the gentle scream in the distance. Ghost rock, interesting enough, when it burns, it sounds like the screaming wail of, like, a person dying. But it's very faint, which is why it got its name, Ghost Rock. Fun fact that your characters wouldn't know, that's because Ghost Rock is made of human souls that burn when you use it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And so you light up the cigarella, and the Legionnaire sort of grabs a bottle of let's just say, like, some, like, pirate grog from behind the bar. You've never seen this woman in your fucking life.
Oh, okay.
And she pours it into like a highball glass, like fills the whole damn thing. We're
Does
just
Hal
waiting
know
on
that
Hal.
you're here behind the bar?
I'll pay him when I go.
Top me off.
Now,
Pours it into your bottle of mezcal. The flavors mix terribly, but it doesn't matter.
I don't care.
now, since I'm able to notice that she's got some kind of magic aura about her, does that mean that I am safely assuming that I recognize her as someone from the Legion?
You have encountered other magicians of very many walks of life in your position, especially as a traveler.
Okay.
If you are from New Orleans, then you've encountered a lot of, like, voodoo, hoodoo, and vodun practitioners. You've met with, like native, like, first American mystics. You've met with other hucksters. You've met with, like, Catholics that quite literally channel the power of the Catholic God. There's magic all over the place. It's just most people don't do it publicly.
Gotcha.
So you don't know what kind of magician she is, but she is definitely some kind of magician.
Okay.
Harold, you have finished up. When you walk in, are you, like, clean? Have you cleaned yourself off, or are you just coming in caked in gore?
I cleaned myself off.
Okay, so you come in, you sort of wiped your hands off, washed your face with some of the barrel water, and you walk in, and Kojak, Trixie, and the Legionnaire have sort of gathered together, and they are enjoying some of the spirits from behind the bar.
Harold, this lovely person says they'll pay you later.
Oh, okay. We met outside, actually. She said she's from the Legion. Remember? They came about 6 months ago, told us that they'll be in touch after that incident.
The San Antonio Satan, I remember it quite clearly. Did good work.
Don't like to talk about that incident.
Well,
Still having nightmares.
still having nightmares. Well, shit. Prepare to have a few more, huh? Legion has work for you.
Work.
Work. You see, tain't many Legionnaires down here at the moment. A lot of them are tied up by what happened, with the flood out in California. War coming to an end, a lot of them getting recalled. It's kind of a mess. I'm down here because I need you three to do me and the Legion a bit of a favor. And it'll extend to protecting the good people of San Antonio as well. Can I count on you three?
I don't like the word favor. Favor sounds like we won't get anything in return.
I'm ready to recompense you, business-minded woman.
I'm listening.
We can hammer out the details after the fact, but how familiar are you lot with the Bayou Vermilion Railroad? Could all of you, none of you, actually no, take common knowledge. Please roll common knowledge.
I didn't do it. Nope. Okay, cool.
Well, my whole table shaking. I should not do that. Okay. I got a 3.
I got a 4.
Four is enough.
10.
Jesus. All right. First and foremost, Trixie, you know the most, because I would say maybe one of your side adventures had you come face to face with some of the workers of the Bayou Vermilion. But we'll start small with Harold, and then Kojak, and then Trixie. Harold, everybody knows the Bayou Vermilion at the very least. It is of the great rail lines. It is the one that is closest to San Antonio because it is the only one that runs directly through it. The Bayou Vermilion runs out of Nolans and runs maybe somewhere into Death Valley. Why they would send people into Death Valley to run a goddamn train, you have no idea, but for the most part, it runs quite a length through the southern half of America. Kojak, you as a spellcaster know that there are a lot of rumors that the Baron, the man who is in charge of the Bayou Vermilion, is a voodoo priest that deals with like dark spirits and things like that. You have definitely encountered like Bayou Vermilion employees that are also magic, so there might actually be some credence to that.
Okay.
Trixie, you know that the Bayou Vermilion, like 95% of the rail actually like almost 100% of the rail construction laborers are zombies. Like no cap, like they are zombies. They never tire, they build the railroads, and it's kind of a fucking nightmare if you have to encounter them. And it runs, as I mentioned, through San Antonio and sort of like out both sides of it. You know it, right?
I'm familiar with the stories.
Well, do you know
I
about
know it very well.
Well, do you know about the train that derailed? Derailed not a few miles outside the city, but I don't expect you heard about it. See, the old Baron, he's got his fingers in the council mayoral of San Antonio. Wanted it very hush-hush.
When did this happen?
About a fortnight ago. Little under. See, problem here is no, not like the goddamn Flossin' dance, like 2 weeks. And so, here's the problem. Some comrades from over in California had arranged to run a very important statue that we were looking to safely lock up, maybe at Fort 51 or Roswell, maybe destroyed. But train derailed. I don't think that's a coincidence. Manifesto's missing a mighty number of things. We're thinking some people got to picking through it before old Baron had people sent out to clean it up.
Okay. So you want us to go investigate it or something?
I do. I can provide you with a map of the location to where the train derailed, but it's pretty easy. You just follow the tracks and then head a little away from them into the brush. You might find something there, but the Legion is taking this particular job very seriously, and if we had extra hands and availability, then I wouldn't be talking to you three right now. But we don't. And regrettably, I have work south of the border that I have to tend to. So I'm asking for your favor in exchange for a few legal United States bills.
What's a few?
Well, I know tonight's contract paid you $200, plus whatever the old fool had in his bag. We're willing to pay $400 a head. That's a shitload of money.
Ahead of each zombie?
Each of you gets $400.
Oh, each of us. Oh.
Oh. Just to investigate?
No. We need the statue recovered or destroyed. As long as you bring proof of either. Good enough for us.
What does the statue look like?
Looks like a fucking statue. How many statues you gonna find in the desert?
Look, a statue can be a trophy or of a person.
And I don't rightly know, she extinguishes the cigarella. Not even I know what the statue truly looks like. All I know is that it's a statue and that it's got something that we don't want getting loose.
Something in it.
Something about it. Again, they didn't tell me. They just told me to get whatever posse I could on the job.
Can I attempt a mind read on her?
Ooh, shit. Yeah, okay. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Now, how does it... I have the 10 power points.
So you
that would put me...
You spend however many power points the power costs, and then you roll your spellcasting die.
Okay.
Whatever your arcane skill die is.
So, let's see. So that would be smarts.
It should be spellcasting. You should have like bought a skill for it.
I did. Okay, yeah, I do have spellcasting.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You have a +1 on this roll, courtesy of the chat.
Oh, sweet. I better not fuck this up.
He got a 1.
No, got away from me. All right. With the +1,
It's a what?
6 altogether.
Well, that's good, because with her arcane resistance, it's a 4. She clearly has some sort of resistance aura to the eldritch arts. You feel that, but you still manage to push through and sort of probe into her mind. So mind reading. No one's ever used that power in this, so I want to see exactly what it does.
I mean, how do you think I'm so good at the game? All right.
Success allows the character to gain 1 truthful answer from the subject. Okay, what would you like a truthful answer to?
Let's see. I mean, it would be like a 2-part truthful. Like if she's in fact doesn't know what she's telling us, such as what it looks like or whatever. And if I would be able to secondarily get an idea if she is lying, that we know what it is that we're looking for or what we are walking into.
Okay. So you sort of shuffle your cards and focus on casting your spell, like your read a good hand poker abilities, and you read her poker face pretty well. She legitimately has no idea what you're looking for.
Okay.
Like, she is 110% telling you the truth about that.
Okay.
And because, you asked for 2 things, I will also say this. You get an empathic reading. Beyond anything else, she super duper wants to get the fuck out of here. Like, whatever she is leaving to do next, you can tell that it scares her a hell of a lot more than whatever the fuck's going on here.
Okay. All right. So that's good to know that. All right. I guess we could take you up on this offer here. It seems like you're being more than generous.
Good. Glad you saw the light of reason, Kojak.
We know that he has powers. We know this, right?
You know he's magic for sure. Like, Kojak would not have survived the encounter with the demon or the undead outlaw if he didn't use his magic.
Okay.
But the specifics, that is entirely up to you. But like, you have each gone through like 3 adventures together at the very least so far. He has had to use his magic at least once.
Okay.
So I would think that if they notice that I'm kind of being very focused in some way, such as shuffling my cards and whatnot, that I'm definitely trying something.
And so, yeah, she says, good. Then get to it. Myself or another agent will be back in touch with you within a fortnight. See to it be done by then. Understand?
Yes.
Good. And she gets up and, without a sound, like, walks through the saloon doors. Even when she opens them, like, Harold, you know that there's like a creaky, unoiled hinge on it. It doesn't make a sound. And she is gone.
Where's my money? Because she's poured the beer on the liquor.
Under her glass, you see like a $5 bill.
Oh,
that would be about as much. Remember? Yeah.
Can I just be like?
I'm like, that's like.
Can I just like look?
She more than covered
just
it.
Like, check under the glass, Harold.
And under the glass, there it is. So, would the 3 of you like to do anything to prepare, or would you just head out right now? Will you wait for the morning, or will you go to the stores? Like, what's the deal?
You know that we're impatient people, and that put us in the ass last week.
Sure fucking did.
Let's go now.
Let's get out there, gang.
Can I fill my flask?
Absolutely.
Or is it just assumed that it's filled?
I mean, yeah, sure. You're tipping it back into your flask so you can keep it nice and filled.
Okay.
You even pack one up for the road. So you all take the night. You're all absolutely exhausted.
Yeah.
The morning rolls around as the gentle sunlight pierces through the dusty slats of the saloon window coverings. The dust and the grit sort of dances in the blades of light as the three of you pull yourselves awake. Because the Oats Saloon doubles as like also a place to get a meal, you have like rations and things like that you would need to go on the road. But if there's anything you want to buy with like that fuckload of money you just made, feel free. Like if there's a piece of gear that any of you want, like there is a gunsmith in town. I would even say maybe there's like a mad scientist rumored to be in the area. Like there's stuff that you all could sort of get involved with if you needed to buy anything.
So wait, we rested for the night. Does that reset power points?
Yep. You recover 1 power point an hour.
Do we refer to the gear that we had to refer to for our PDFs?
I mean, you already have that gear. You've already purchased that. Okay. But so, like, if you wanted to get, like, a shotgun or a rifle or, like, a stick of dynamite, like, any of that kind of shit, like, you could do that now if you're interested. And I'll handle the gear on my end. Just think about, like, what you might be interested in purchasing, and I can hook it up, yeah?
A camera.
Oh, fuck me. Jesus. Okay.
You know how big that thing is?
Cameras are hella expensive and hella... Do you want a modern camera or do you want a Ghost Rock camera?
I was thinking the disposable one, but I guess that's not the time for that.
No, we ain't got that. we ain't got those.
Like, we got steampunk, but steampunk's not exactly the most...
reliable.
Or compact of technologies.
No, it is not.
Yeah, sorry about that. Never mind.
It's okay.
I'll switch something else.
Okay. I'll sell you like a large Ghost Rock camera if you want. Like I will sell you a Ghost Rock camera. I'd call it 200.
Okay. How much do I have? I have enough, I believe. But I don't think I would spend all that money on a camera because it's too heavy.
I'm gonna say this one would probably be the equivalent of like those like bread box cameras. Like it's not very large, but it's still kind of large, and like it has a Ghost Rock like flash. If you want it, I will sell it to you. And I want to stress, like, this is like get shot in the street and steal it from you levels of technology.
Oh.
Which is fine. Like you go to the mad scientist that you all befriended when you stopped the Satan of San Antonio, and she sells you this Ghost Rock camera, and she says, "Just be careful, because if that Ghost Rock does catch fire, dunzo."
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
So I will say that the Ghost Rock camera, if you choose to destroy it or it accidentally catches on fire, does count as a small bomb.
Okay.
And it can take 5 pictures before it's full.
I did purchase previously casual clothing.
Okay, you have casual clothing.
I don't know if that has anything to do with, or it doesn't even matter if we're going to be out trekking. I don't know if I'm going to be going full corset in this. Okay. But I don't know if like that does anything or makes any difference.
I mean, it would have the same armor value as the clothing that you're already wearing.
It is cloth, yeah.
So like to me the difference is negligible, but like if she would dress more comfortably, I'm not going to charge you money for that. Like
okay.
You know, she dresses for the occasion. Kojak, what about you?
I'm kind of like looking at this item list with her.
This is gear, but if you want, if you...
No, I'm good with that. It's just more like I think I might. No, I'm good. I'm okay with weapons.
Okay.
I think I want to get a medikit though, or something similar to that.
Okay. You absolutely manage to pick up some gauze, and you get some alcohol from behind the bar. Some of the really high proof shit that burns real good. You get a med kit. You manage to scrape it together for 100. It looks like.
Okay.
All right, then you know what? I'll take a couple MREs.
Okay, so you grab enough supplies for everyone to fill up on and whatnot. And it's probably, if you guys get a start at around like 7, even though you went to bed late, you didn't really sleep too terribly long. I would say you all managed to reconvene and get all this sorted out by like 8:39 as you all get back together with your newfound Ghost Rock camera that is also an explosive device, your med kit, and all of the food supplies that you need. I will also say,
do I have a how many I have? Or
you have enough for like, this is maybe like a 3-hour ride outside of the city, so it's not terribly far, but you get like 2 to 3 days of like rations just in case, like pemmican and things like that.
Okay.
Jerkies and whatnot.
I'll just say 2 to 3 days.
Yeah. And it's implied that you all have horses. I believe Kojak actually bought a horse or something like that.
Yep.
Okay.
So...
And it's got an elaborate saddle because...
Hell yeah.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. You two managed to like rent horses from like people who you managed to like save during one of your previous adventures. They are more than willing to let you borrow the horse, but you better bring it back alive or they'll be really fucking mad.
Oh, God.
Okay.
And so you all get on the horses and sort of begin to gallop, trot more accurately, outside of the San Antonio city limits as the dusty streets give way to dusty wilderness. And you trot through the scrublands, the brushlands, and sort of continue along your way. Yeah, I mean, there's no need for a survival roll. You're following a goddamn railroad track. But you spot the area pretty quickly. Like, there's a very fresh, very recent, like, sliding, scraping divot taken out of the earth. You see oil stains in the area that have sort of been like sawdusted over. Yeah, like this is 110% where it happened. The interesting thing is that the train itself is not here. Like the train car itself was removed for sure, which, considering the time period, would have been an incredible feat to do in a fortnight, like in less than 2 weeks. Like I would say this was probably maybe 8 days after the crash.
Okay. Interesting. Never mind.
Okay.
Can we investigate where the train was and to see, like,
sure,
if they left anything?
So you sort of hop off the horse, you tie it off to like a railroad spike or something, you know, you hitch it on something, and you head over to the area of the crash and you sort of begin to give it a once over. You can give me a notice check. Trixie, what were you about to say?
Well, he's kind of doing the general version of what I was going to say. I was going to be like, can we see like where like it's skidded off to? Like where does the tracks kind of...
So he's looking at the crash site. You're going to look beyond the crash site. You please go ahead and give me a notice as well. It will be in a different area than Harold.
Okay. Five.
It's the highest one, right?
The highest.
Okay, 3.
Oh no.
Let me use a Benny, because let me use one. All right.
Okay.
Oh, thanks. Oh, okay.
Oh no. Oh shit.
So that's
The Josh energy is back.
If I count them on the floor, that's Well, I can't do math. Hello? 14?
Holy shit. Okay, so you got a 5, Trixie. Harold, you got a 14. Trixie, you're first, I guess. Kind of in the brush of the area, like the sweet grass that's doggedly growing with determination in this harsh environ. You find footprints. Like, almost immediately you find footprints. As well as, like, several, and I want to stress this is several, like, dragging, like, skid marks heading in a totally different direction. It looks like maybe large boxes or something were pulled this way. You see footsteps, and as you follow them, they eventually change into like wagon treads and hoof prints from like a horse-pulled wagon. They are heading northwest. Harold, oh sweet Harold, as you're sort of peeking through the grit and the gravel and the sand and the dirt, the fabled ware caravan, as you're sort of poking through it, sort of moving shit aside with a stick or a prod, you find metal rivets and things like that, splintered painted wood, of the sort of like greenish bluish color of the Bayou Vermilion rail cars, like the supply cars that they carry. They are painted in this way. But that all sort of pales in comparison to what you find next.
Okay.
The stick goes through something like squishy and leathery at the same time. And when you pull it up, it's this like... Harold, have you even seen the ocean? If you lived your whole life in San Antonio, have you ever seen the ocean?
No.
There's no real way to describe what this is to Harold, so I'll describe it to you. It appears to be this, like, desiccated, dried out, and shriveled, like, black and white jellyfish? It's like almost like a lumpy fruit leather with like a thick skin over it. It's like the worst gusher you've ever seen.
Okay.
And like when you sort of pierce through it, for a second you think you hear it like squeal.
Oh.
What is he touching?
There's no eyes, there's no organs. It's just this weird shriveled like jellyfish.
Okay, so I called them over, like, guys, look at this cranberry looking like thing that looks brown, black and what is this?
It's black
What
and
is this?
white and
And it's pops right now?
it popped before, but like no liquid came out of it because it is so dried up and desiccated. And so the two of you head over and you see what I just described as it's like on Harold's stick.
What is that on? What is that?
Beats me. It's gooey and
That looks worse than the cyst that was on Mr. McBriar's cow on the farm. What is it alive?
should I take a picture of this? I have no idea.
You got 5
You
charges
got
on that.
5 pictures.
You want to waste it on this gross-looking thing?
But this
Crush a can, put it next to it,
is
black and white.
fucking definitely not normal. Like, you have never seen anything like this.
Can we
Does it have
take
like a-
some with us somehow?
Yeah, you can take it with you, sure.
Can we?
Should I hold it on the stick and carry it like in a flag?
I'm assuming I don't have a Ziploc bag. I'm assuming I don't have a Ziploc bag, but I don't know. Like,
No, you
I have
fucking don't have
like,
a Ziploc bag.
Like, I know, but like, I don't have a means to like.
You can have like a burlap sack. You can have a saddlebag. You know, like a leather briefcase. I'm fine with any of that. Just put it in your inventory.
Okay. Josh, do you want to put it in your inventory?
Sure, like an Animal Crossing, just like put it like
Okay.
in my pocket.
Okay. Yeah, you can write down weird gusher. But yeah, so like you put it, I assume, in a bag that isn't a bag that contains your food or anything you care about.
Oh yeah, no, I have an extra bag for that.
Yeah, fuck this thing. This goes in the key items pouch. Never to be seen again. Yeah, and so that is what you all have found.
I want to show them the trail marks that I.
And so she takes you and she shows you the wagon tracks and the horse hooves that sort of head off in that northwesternly direction.
I say we follow this trail. It obviously looks like they carried something from this crash site and took it off.
It could be this statue, so let's do it. We got the horses in the back.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it looks promising enough.
Very good. And so you all mount up and begin to ride on Northwestern. I would like a survival check to track these tracks. Didn't have a different word.
Is it for everybody or for just...
I will allow one person and one assistant.
Cool, because I don't have it.
I have survival.
Oh shit, Harold has survival. Good.
Well, what do you have?
I have an 8 in survival.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
okay, yeah, you do. I'll assist.
Okay.
What do I do to assist?
So you would roll whatever skill you want, and as long as you can justify it to me as a way that it would assist Harold in tracking, then I will let you roll it, and based on how well you do, you give Harold a bonus.
Can I roll persuasion? Like,
No.
Like
He said what you have to roll.
what?
I mean, like,
He said...
you could... All right, yeah, so what, you're just like... How would talking to Harold not distract him is my question.
Oh. Wait, so he's trying to track... Wait,
You're following tracks.
He's following the tracks.
Or whatever.
But the tracks are several days old, and you're on horses, so easy tracking this is not.
Oh. Crap. Okay. I'm almost... Well, if that's the case, then almost like we need to like stop and just let him like be quiet and almost
Okay.
let him do his thing.
Okay. So Harold, just go ahead and give it to me.
18.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
18. I used to be a cowboy back in the day before my brother died, so I know how to track.
Harold reined it back in. Jesus Christ.
Got Daryl over here.
He fucking pulls out the fucking crossbow bolt. Okay, Jesus. Well, with the raise, Jesus Christ. As you're sort of cresting a hill, Harold, you reflexively like hold your hand out to the side and tell these two to stop.
Wait. Okay. Hold on.
One.
Go ahead.
No, please tell me what you wanted to say.
I was gonna say danger sense. I have that too. To
Are you
detect
fucking
ambushes.
kidding me?
No.
Okay. Well, you're like the hair on the back of your neck, the hair on your big bushy beard stands on end. There's an ambush.
Okay.
There's an ambush directly ahead of you in this little, like, you're going to crest down this hill, and then there's going to be some brush on both sides. There is something waiting in that brush for you. It is human-shaped.
There's something there, and if we go down there, we're going to get jumped. Attacked. What should we do? We need to continue this path, but can we ambush the ambushers?
Can we see the human figure, or is it that Harold sees a human figure?
Harold doesn't even see it. Actually, fuck, Harold got an 18 plus danger sense. Yeah, Harold sees it. There are 3 figures, like 2 on one side and 1 on the other, waiting
In that bush.
They're like laying down, like on their bellies.
Harold, you say there's men in these bushes, or people in these bushes right now?
Yes. 3 of them. 2 over here, 1 over here.
I don't know if I'm not familiar with my gun too much, so like I took it because it was suggested, but tell me if this is possible. Can I just shoot at the bush?
You took a Derringer, right?
Yes.
So no.
Okay, it's more of a close range thing.
It is very much like a pocket pistol, where it's a gut shotgun, like, gotcha, dirty trick. It has a 3, 6, 12 range, which, because we're not using like a battle map or anything like that, basically shorthand is for every inch, consider it 6 feet. So, or, fuck it, we'll just do 5. We'll do the old D&D tradition. So, like, the accurate range of this gun is 15 feet away. These things are maybe 75, 80 feet.
Okay. If we don't ambush them, is there any way that I can, like, convince them, like, damsel in distress, and get them to come out, or do they know who we are?
You can try. Harold does not know these people's reason for being here, for sure.
Okay. I'm just wondering, like, if I can just kind of convince him, like, oh, help! Oh, please, somebody help me!
Okay, so do you want to try that, Kojak, Harold? Is there anything that you want to try?
If she's gonna do that, I want to hide.
Okay.
And be stealth-like.
Just in case.
Just in case.
So you
so we
will
can ambush them.
You will give me a stealth roll, Harold. Kojak, what about you?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay. What powers did you take?
I took boost trait.
Okay.
Specifically just boost.
Okay. So it costs 1 less to use, yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Confusion.
Oh, that's
and,
unfortunate.
Mind reading.
Okay. Very interesting spells. Okay. What would you like to do, Kojak?
Yeah, I'm definitely not a lightning bolt kind of magic user.
No, you're not gonna like gambit a fucking card.
She suggested that.
I was like, oh, why don't you gambit some cards?
It's like, no, I don't want to do that.
One of my favorite, like, they rename a lot of the huckster powers, and for blast or burst, whatever the fuck it is now, the one that shoots in a cone template, they call it
burst.
They call it 52 pickup, because you just like shoot all the cards. I absolutely adore that.
I mean, I kind of just want to have my 38 at the ready.
38.
But
okay.
For the most part, no. It's like I kind of just am, very aware in the situation, just trying to keep level-headed.
So I am a more close combat person anyway, because I dual dagger. I dual wield daggers anyway. So if they did come near me and it was dangerous, I could fend for myself. So
absolutely. So the
I've seen a lot.
Kojak and Harold, please both of you give me stealth to get close enough to be ready to use whatever weapons you want. That will be opposed by my notice. Okay. And Trixie, please prepare whatever your spiel is gonna be. Harold, how'd you do?
I got a 3.
Uh-oh. How'd you do, Kojak?
I got an 11.
Cool. I got a 1. So you both sneak up. expert.
Wait, that means wait, is that a crit? Or
Bitch,
does that
no,
not
it's
count for you?
I mean, there are rules for extras critically failing. Yeah, I critically failed. Fuck. Trixie, bite me off a piece. What's going on?
So they can't see like our stuff or anything. It's over a hill, you see, right?
Yeah, like you have left the horsies and the ponies back on a spot that's like
up atop of the hill.
Yeah.
Oh, help!
the sun's like casting down on you.
Is anybody here? Please help me. My horse just ran off, and I'm here by myself. Please, somebody. I need anybody. Please help me.
So you're like, I'm gonna say like 50 feet away, like 40, 50 feet. Give me a performance check.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna make a drink.
I would allow a
Please.
huckster that makes origami cards. 110%.
You want to put mine in there? Okay. I got a 6. Because I get a +1.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, I don't.
You do normally, not against these fucking things.
Oh, okay. But I got 5 then.
It doesn't work. Like, did they not hear you? Like, what the fuck is the deal? They haven't moved.
I sit on the ground. Oh dear, I don't know what to do.
Are you getting any closer?
Not really, no. I'm gonna sit on the ground, I'm gonna lay.
Okay. Harold.
I'm only here with my 50 shilling.
Harold, I would say you're the only person here who isn't acting. Could you give me a notice check?
Okay, let's see. Notice. Okay, that's D6.
I threw it onto my sandwich.
Yikes.
Yeah, fucking yikes is right on.
I'm betting because this is ridiculous.
Oh, okay. I thought it was yikes. Good. You're in trouble. I will say this.
Oh, so I just wasted a Benny. Thank you. Got a 5.
Yeah, I'll let you refund that Benny if you want.
Because I got a 3 the first
I know I said
time.
I was gonna run a horror game,
Gotta stir that.
but we're gonna slowly ramp into horror.
Oh, I thought you wanted just water.
You don't hear anything, Harold. Trixie, as you're sort of like, the vapors, oh heavens, oh lordy.
Okay. Nice.
You don't notice that grotesque, wet, bubbling, like retching sound coming from one of the bushes.
Oh, we don't notice that at all.
None of you hear it, unfortunately.
Can't open it.
It's hard to build tension with Tony in the back. Oh, fuck! Dude, a Hanafuda huckster would be awesome.
So I don't hear that there's gurgling coming in.
No, you don't. You don't hear the gurgling. And you certainly don't see the sand.
I'm gonna sit up and just
No.
Oh,
You
okay.
certainly don't see the sand sort of near you, the dry earth dome. Just a little bit as it slithers towards you. What were you gonna do?
Oh no, I was gonna sit up and be like, why aren't they coming?
And so as you sit up and you're like, what the fuck? I'm gonna make an attack against you with the drop.
Oh god.
Okay.
And here we are.
Here we fucking are. What's your parry, Trixie?
5.
Oh man, you were so fucking lucky. That was almost a hit with a raise. That would have been really bad for you. So that's gonna be 6 versus toughness.
7.
Really? Damn, she tough as fuck. Are you drunk? Is that why you're tough?
No, well, I got the Nerves of Steel thing as well. Like, well, I don't know. Like
Nerves of Steel wouldn't boost your toughness.
I don't know. My vigor's 8.
So that's 4 plus 2, 6 plus 1 from armor, 7. Okay. Yeah. By the way,
well, it's 7. It's 7 with 1 parentheses. What is the parentheses?
Armor. This isn't an armor piercing attack.
Okay, yeah.
By the way, when you get drunk, because your vigor die goes up, your toughness becomes an 8.
Thing.
Don't forget, okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sorry, I was talking over your boo.
I'm not drunk right now though.
No, I know. I'm just letting you know for when you do get drunk.
Yeah, but right now, I'm not drunk, but my toughness is just.
Well, then the good news is that it like hits you. This like weird pseudopod sort of comes out of the ground and like collides with the side of you.
I'm just like, oh.
It doesn't do any harm, but I do need a spirit roll.
Ooh, okay. 6.
Jesus.
14.
Okay. The good news is nothing bad happens. The bad news is, for the briefest, splittest of seconds, you are compelled to worship. Yeah, like prostrating the whole thing, but it flashes when this thing connects with you, and then it is gone. And that is going to be the beginning of a combat. And I'm just going to deal the cards over here and tell you what order you... Do any of you have, like, level-headed or quick?
No.
I do not.
Okay. Well, that's bad news bears for all of you. It's going to be me, and then Harold, and then Kojak, and then Trixie. So Harold... my group delays... Harold, what would you like to do? Trixie has just been attacked by something under the sand.
My Harold's hunch is to go after the people in the bushes, thinking that it could be them doing something with it. So I dash towards them.
So you charge into the bushes, and when you enter it, would you like to enter the bush on the left or the bush on the right?
Which one has 2 people? Because I saw the ones with 2.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, you know. Do you want to go to the one with 2 people or the one with 1 people?
1 person.
Okay, so you enter the one with 1 person, and when you do, sort of like on the ground in front of you there is a man. And his pupils, the whites of them have turned black. And the irises have sort of turned white. And frothing sort of bubble congeals around his mouth as this slimy veneer of black and white immiscible liquids that swirl and touch but never combine, sort of dance across it, and there's something coming out of his mouth.
Oh, gross.
And it is this disgusting pseudopod tendril of that same immiscible slime. And it is
I know where this is.
Burrowed its way into the ground, and this is probably what just attacked Trixie, and it is looking at you as it continues to retch.
I yell and punch it in the face.
Give me a fighting.
Awesome. Fighting. Oh, that's great. Okay. Oops, that's the wrong die. Benny! I'll do the Benny.
Jesus.
I'm not having it, not today.
You're having a bad time.
I'm kind of 3. Okay.
You punch this man's head with enough force to shatter a skull. You would know. Apparently, that's how you spend some of your nights.
Exactly.
This person's skull should be concave now. But your hand hits it and boom, like bounces off. you don't really know what like rubber or a trampoline is, but it just like wiggles like konjac, and then your hand bounces back and you like sort of jump back. And when you punch it, almost like a measuring tape that you let go of, that pseudopod retracts all the way down the man's throat, and he gets onto his feet and points and utters this horrid belching wail at you. The bushes on the other side rustle, and the two figures in there charge you. As the figure in here attacks, all three of them are going to jump you.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
They gang up, so they all have +2.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
What's your parry?
My parry is 6, so I probably won't do as well. But
No.
we'll see.
We're going to wild attack, too.
Oh, great! Even better.
One is a miss. The other two are definitely hits. You said yours is a 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so none of them are hits with raises, unfortunately. For me. But they just begin to beat the ever-loving shit out of you. Like, they don't have weapons, and the two that rush out, one's a female figure, and one is a male form, and they just begin to beat the living shit out of you. Josh, you gain a Benny, courtesy of Gontes.
You.
Uh-oh. You gonna need it. 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 versus toughness. What's your toughness?
7 plus 2 with armor.
She just twitched. Like,
Is it 7 or 9?
With armor, it'll be 9.
Oh, does it say 7 parentheses 2?
Yes.
So your armor is 7, 2 of it is armor. Your
Got
toughness
it.
is
All
7,
right.
2.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So 10 versus 7 is not a hit with a raise, but that's one shaken. That's 8, 9, 10. God damn it. So that's shaken, and then a second hit for a wound. However, I need 2. Actually, no, we'll do 1 spirit check minus 2 from you.
Once. Oh, my spirit is hella low.
Oh shit, that's bad. That's real fucking bad.
That's a problem. Well, it exploded, so I'm happy.
Fucking kidding me?
5.
That's with the minus 2?
2. 3.
Ooh.
So no.
Ooh, and with the -1 from the wound. Whoa.
So that's a 2.
Oh.
So
Okay.
you're shaken with 1 wound. Harold, Trixie, and Kojak, you see Harold immediately drops to the floor in protestation.
Oh.
He begins to mutter something under his breath that none of you can hear. You are too far away. Harold, your body is not your own anymore.
Oh my god, okay.
Oh, hooray!
Next up is Kojak.
Cool. Hey, so I know this is gonna be kind of an unfair, because I just realized I fucked up something in my building of this character.
Okay, what's going on?
I don't have shooting.
You dumb motherfucker.
I know.
Did you take fighting?
I did not. I know.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to let you do. I'm going to let you drop 3 of your scores by 1 die to distribute 3 points between fighting and shooting as you see fit.
What I was about to ask instead was, I don't see myself using thievery now that I think about it. I haven't used it at all. I don't think I'm going to use it.
You're definitely going to use it this week. I promise you that.
I have thievery.
Oh, that is.
What's your thievery at?
It's a D6.
Drop it down to a D4. Give yourself a D4 fighting and a D4 shooting. We'll call it square, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel bad that I just.
Also, don't
realized,
forget.
like,
Don't forget. You can boost trait to give yourself any skill.
Exactly. That was the other part that I was making sure of. But once I realized, like, oh shit, I don't know how to shoot. So
The first thing I did, I was like, I need
I need violence.
I'm learning my lesson from when we stole a spaceship, but we couldn't even drive it. I could hear Kyle being like, "Hey, do you have shooting? No, then you're not going to use your gun.
Then you're fucked. -2.
I'm sorry. I appreciate it. It's just like,
Kojak, would you like to cast Boost on yourself as your first action? Like, what's the play here? Harold just got punched directly in the head, and now he's praying, but not like the Catholic prayer, like head pressed into the ground, praying.
Yeah. So would I be? Yeah. So I can do that. I can. It would be two actions.
If you take 2 actions, you will be at a -2 to both actions. Yes.
Oh wait, no. Can I see that he was attacked by whatever this is that he, like, I could see this creature and know what attacked him.
Oh yeah, you see all 3 of these things. They're standing up and they're beating the shit out of Harold.
Oh.
Even while Harold continues to pray, they're still like kicking him in the head.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, that's great. Let me see here really quick. Would I be able to cast confusion on it? Would that help the situation, or is that kind of like too kind of a thing?
I would say you can certainly attempt to cast confusion.
Okay. Then I want to cast confusion on that thing.
Okay. Please roll your spell casting check. Are you targeting one, or are you targeting the group?
Oh, I can target multiple?
So if you spend the area of effect modifier, you can cast for 3 points. You can cast confusion in a medium blast template. You would hit Harold, but you can cast it and target all 3 of the monsters.
And it would cost me 1 point per.
It would cost you 3 total. 1 for confusion, and then 2 additional points for the area of effect.
Gotcha. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, they have modifiers.
Then yes, I want to attempt that.
Okay, good. Please cast it. Harold, I need you to make a smarts roll.
Please be smart. Are you smart?
No, I'm not.
Cool.
I am not smart. I'm all brains. No, all brawn, no brains.
Oh god.
How'd you do, Kojak?
Got a 5.
Yep. Well, you definitely succeed, and I failed on all 3 of my smarts rolls. Harold, how'd you do?
I got a 2.
Okay, so all 4 of us failed.
Which may be in our benefit technically right now.
Spoiler alert, it is. Every single creature in that area of effect is distracted and vulnerable. Attacks against them have a +2 bonus. They have a -2 penalty on all of their rolls.
Okay, so that cost me 3, so I'm down to 7. Okay.
Yeah. That is you, Trixie. What's up?
Question. These overtaken bodies, are these innocent people, or
You have
they're
no
just
idea.
gone?
You have no idea. Like, that's up to you. You can do with what the information I provided you will.
I just want to save people always. I don't know. I do have a rope. Can I somehow lasso,
Yeah?
like tie them, like just
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
like I don't know if it's feasible to do all 3, but at least get
You
one
can get
of them
one.
off?
I'll let you target
Yeah.
one. You rush to get closer with the lasso. Give me an athletics check. It's going to be opposed. But I have a -2.
5.
Okay, well, you better thank your lucky stars that I have that -2. You beat me, so you quickly lasso this person and sort of like pull them tight, and they drop onto the ground. That is your action for the turn. This person is lassoed.
Okay, at least got one. One is contained.
Top of the initiative, Kojak. What's up, Kojak?
Oh, okay.
Oh, what's the new order?
It's going to be Kojak, then Trixie, then me, then Harold.
Okay.
Harold, don't worry. It's going to be Kojak, then Trixie, then me, then me.
So I'm just writing down trying to write down my remembering of this dice.
Okay.
What do you want? I don't have a fancy iPad.
Leave him alone.
It's not even my handwriting, but still. Okay. So anyway,
That's sports.
I don't know what I want to do because now she's putting it in my head that guys are innocent.
Because my other thing was go up and
here's the real question.
Like, oh wait, what if it's a person?
Do your characters give a shit? This ain't Ryutama. This is Deadlands.
Oh, you know what?
Do you fucking
that's
care?
That's a good point. I kind of do not. I don't think I would.
So there's a hogtied one that you can just fucking Streetland execute. Or there are the two that are still, again, kicking Harold squarely in his head.
Then I would like to... Because I have... Okay, so I have brass knuckles equipped.
Yeah.
So I would like to try to... Am I able to get within range and punch?
Yeah, absolutely. You sort of...
Which one? The ones tied up or...
No, I don't want to get in range and punch it. No, I saw what happened when that happened.
What do you mean?
Want to shoot it.
Okay, so you take out your peacemaker and take the shot. Please roll shooting.
Which one are you shooting?
They're all the
one
same.
One of the two that are...
Not the one that's hogtied.
Oh.
One of the ones that are attacking.
Okay.
All right.
They're all the same.
So...
These new characters must be saints.
I got a 3.
Really? Huh? Yeah, that's a miss. Oh, no, they're vulnerable. That's a hit.
Oh, they're okay.
They're
cool.
distracted.
Yes.
They're distracted and
because
vulnerable.
it's not their turn.
Yeah.
Confusion after their turn.
Ah.
So
you take the shot. Roll the damage for your what would you buy? A
what's my
peacemaker?
damage?
38.
It's 2d6.
Roll 2d6, please. Did they both
I think I
ace?
just killed somebody.
I killed a man today, Papa.
It's a double
Yes.
explosion.
Oh fuck.
Save my life.
Oh,
please.
15.
So you don't get within melee range. You keep your distance at the absolute end of where you're attacking, and you blow, and it just it hits one of these dudes squarely in the chest, and there's this grotesque wet sucking sound as it goes inward. You see its body bend outward like taffy, but then it never snaps back. It just falls to the ground dead. And Trixie, Kojak, give me a spirit check for fear. If you have brave, this is a fear check.
Well, you too.
Oh, I have to do it too.
Oh, yeah, you fuck.
He wants to see how scarred are we going to be.
Cool.
Harold's lucky enough to not have to see it.
If I don't have fear, then I would have to roll with a minus.
No, it's a spirit check versus fear. You just roll spirit.
Oh, my spirit's good.
Yeah.
I have 5.
5? Good. Pass.
I got 4.
That's good. That's a fail. It's got a -1 penalty.
I don't think the word good means what you think.
Good for him.
Tricky Trixie's seen a lot.
There's fear.
I've seen a lot.
D20.
Let me turn that light on because it's a little
So
dark
this is
over
plus
here.
1.
Can you crack open the window too?
Oh, fuck.
Fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, fuck, he's gone. Okay, remind me when he gets
think
back that he's panicked. Oh, he's back. Good.
You're
All right,
panicked.
Hey,
I'm
Kojak?
panicked. Oh, no.
You're panicked. This is...
What does that mean?
So, this is not fucking supposed to happen. Human torsos don't do that when you shoot them. Normally, it just leaves a nice gory hole. No hole was formed, And also, it's not supposed to bend like that. This is a gun. If a gun doesn't kill the thing normally, that's real fucking bad. You are panicked. You immediately... I need you to roll a d6 for me.
Oh, just a single d6?
A single d6. It does not explode.
4.
4 plus 6. You immediately run 30... So that's...
I don't like your +6 modifier here.
So that's 6 plus 4 is 10. You run 50 feet in the opposite direction. You're fucking out of here, bro. You're shaking and you run 50 feet away. You're done. Fuck this.
Oh, man. I did my damage, now I want to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Trixie, good news is it's your turn. There's only one not restrained worshiper left. What would you like to do?
I don't want to touch it.
No, you don't.
And my gun is pretty close range. How far? Or
You're within shooting range. You're within shooting range for sure.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay. You pull out the Derringer, and you take the shot. You have a +2 on this roll because it's vulnerable. Please roll.
I actually took shooting.
Oh, look at me.
Yes.
10.
I don't like how that die aced. That's a hit with a raise.
Yes.
So go ahead and roll the Derringer's damage, which I believe is 2d4, and add an extra d6.
Yes, 2d4 and 1d6. Move that out of the way. 8. Wait. Damage explodes, right? Whatever
Yeah.
dice.
Oh shit! Yeah, it does.
12.
Very close. Some would say just enough. You pull out that Derringer, and the little purse gun makes it shot. And this is much less like over exaggerated than the death of the one Kojak shot, but yours like hits it like right into the eye, and its eyeball kind of like a rubber bouncing ball just sort of like bends in, and then you don't hear the snap, but it sort of rattles around a little bit inside the old dome, and this one drops to the ground dead, which is good because there's only one more left. And what it's going to do is begin to throw up into the soil. You've hogtied it. It has a mouth. Trixie didn't know that. And that pseudopod comes out of its mouth and smacks you right in the head. I'm going to make a wild attack with this. What's your parry?
5.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
What's your toughness? 7, you said? 7, you said?
Right.
4 plus 2 is 6. Plus 2 is 8. That's shaken.
2 plus 2 plus 1.
Plus 1 plus 1 plus... Give me a... Hey, give me a spirit check, Trixie.
Four.
Yeah. Okay. Boy, howdy, god damn, do you want to worship? But thankfully, that's a weird thought, and you quickly banish it. Harold?
Yes?
Harold, you feel her. She's inside you.
Who?
Our Lady.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh. I'm so confused. I'm like, who's inside me? All right. So, okay.
Our Lady wants you to do something, Harold.
What does she want?
She wants you to spread the faith.
I tried to.
Harold, give me a spirit check.
Oh God, this is not going to end well.
Don't forget, you have a -3 on this roll because you're distracted, and because you have a wound. You have a wound, yeah.
And shaken.
Yeah. Give me a spirit check.
Don't give him help. Don't.
It's spirit, not smarts. Hallelujah, cause
Spirit.
So minus what again?
-3.
Oh God.
Did you
But
succeed?
you got them bennies?
I got bennies. Let me use one. I'll use this one Benny. I'll try. I critically failed.
All right. Well, I guess
Benny critically failed. Lovely me.
I guess this is about to be a real short one shot.
Thankfully, we're very honest people because nobody wants to talk about that.
Harold.
Yes.
Harold, I need you to spread the faith right now. And there is an apostate within arm's reach. I need you to spread the faith, and I need you to roll a fighting check against Trixie for me.
Fighting? Oh God. Well,
Yeah.
okay. Well.
This is Final Fantasy confusion going on right now.
This is the wrong guy. Let me get this right. Hopefully this does not explode, because if this explodes, I mean, she's going to...
You might send Trixie to an early grave.
I got a 4.
You got a 4? What's your parry, Trixie?
5.
Oh, okay. Trixie, Harold gets up and takes a fucking swing that is enough to almost take your head off. You, like, jump backwards.
Okay.
All right. New round.
I have no
Does he
control
come
of my
running
body.
back? Well, does he come running back?
I don't know.
On this turn, maybe.
Maybe. Okay. The initiative is Kojak, Harold, Minions, Harold, and then Trixie. You're last. If you want to spend a Benny to get a new card, don't, because it's not a good card. So, Kojak, you are shaken. I need a spirit check, my guy.
The panic makes me shaken.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You're
I
50
guess that
feet
makes
away
sense.
and you're shaken. So if you were shooting, you're 100 feet away from the kerfuffle now.
What am I? What do I roll for shaken?
Spirit.
Oh, okay. 8. Gotcha.
I have a question.
Yes.
Since I have Berserk, would that apply to that or no?
If you wanted to go berserk, you could.
That's the thing, because I just saw it. It's like, since I was Berserk, I would have gone that, but I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm just saying. But anyway, continue.
Berserk wouldn't have
Continue.
affected your spirit checks, so you still would have been affected the way you are now. But okay.
But no wild attack, though.
Oh.
That's the thing. Because it was a melee attack.
You have to take damage to be berserk in the first place.
Okay, so it's more so...
Yeah,
like,
it happened after. Like, the workflow would have come after. Kojak, how'd you do?
Got a 9.
Kojak, you're fine. You are 100 feet away. You can move 30 feet. You can get within 70 feet without running.
Cool. That puts me out of revolver range.
It puts you in your second revolver range, which means you can make an attack with a -2.
Wait, what is the range? What's the 10, 20, 40?
So
Is it feet or what? Because
it's inches on the game board. Multiply those numbers by 5. Those are the new ranges.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that applies to everybody.
I'm just trying to make it fair. I want to make sure we're reading off the.
Absolutely.
All right.
Some motherfucker gonna die tonight.
If we do make this a two-parter, it's a resurrection.
No, you'll roll a new character.
Oh my gosh.
If you die, we don't have to keep doing this one. Like, the Deadlands, sometimes you fucking lose.
Ooh.
It's in the name.
This is intriguing,
It's in the
though.
name.
This wasn't even like a real horror adventure yet. It's just getting bad.
We didn't even get to a boss. We're fighting bush people, okay?
These are the zombies from Resident Evil 5. That's what I'm seeing right
Las
now.
Plagas? Oh no, Resident Evil 5. What the fuck are they called?
5. That's the one where they have the big black snakes coming out of their mouth.
That's the one with Sheva and Chris. Ouroboros, yeah.
All right. So wait.
That was a good game. Shiva, Chris. My brother and I used to do that shit all the time. We played the whole game co-op, and we did
I love
that
the
all
co-op.
the
It's
time.
amazing.
What is my what is the range on my arcane?
Depends on the power. You don't have any offensive powers is the thing. You have confusion, which I believe is range smarts. So that's what's your smarts die?
Is a 8 die.
So that's 8 inches, which 8 times 5 would be, I don't know.
Well, if I'm
8 times 5 is 40.
Well,
40.
if you're saying that, 8 is definitely not within the 10 range of my minimum of my revolver, so I'm definitely out of range then from my confusion.
If you spend a +1 power points on a spell, you can add the range modifier, which doubles the distance. So that 40 becomes 80. It costs an extra power point, but you can spend it.
Josh, I don't know if you heard Kyle say, but if somebody dies and this becomes like a second part or campaign, the person who died has to just make a new character. There's no coming back.
Yeah, I mean,
just by the way.
I mean, honestly, if one of you dies, I'm not even convinced that we'll do a second part.
Really? I mean,
I'll be down. Someone else.
I was like, what if I kill one of them? Can I make them a harrowed? And I was like, I decided not to. So here we fucking are. The fight against the 3 scrubs. It went real bad.
I mean, I'd like to just kind of move as close to range as I can and take another shot with my regular.
You're at a -2 to the shot, and also, are you shooting Harold or the monster on the ground?
Why would I shoot Harold? I don't know. I'm not quite sure.
I need you to understand. When you come up there, Harold is trying to take Trixie's head off. Like, you have dealt with demonic possessions before. Like, this is similar to that. Harold might not be in control. That is almost assuredly the case.
Okay, which is why I figured. Yeah, that I figured I would kind of have that notion and not want to shoot him.
If you want to shoot the one on the ground, -2.
Okay, -2 on the regular
that was
which
one
is
vomiting.
Regular old Rudy Tooty, point and shooty.
Now let's say I want to do like two actions. If I wanted to boost my trait,
that'd be a -4 to both.
So that would actually kind of like hinder me even more so.
Actually, I'm sorry, it would be a -4 to the shooting roll and a -2 to the arcane roll.
Yeah, that's a good so either way, my best case scenario will be like a 1 or a 2 if I don't explode.
Yeah.
I guess
You're in a pickle. You're in a pickle.
Yeah, I am in a pickle. So
Funniest shit I've ever seen.
I'm not sure what else I can really.
Tony, come on.
Shoot the shot, Tony.
That's it.
Shoot the shot, Tony.
Fuck it, I'll take a shot.
Shoot the shot. Shoot the shot. Unless you want to cast a spell, because there's a chance Harold might wake up. I don't know.
I don't think. I'm gonna take another shot.
I like the way you dance on the hook, Tony. It makes me feel big and powerful. There are GMs who are fucking like that, who like enjoy torturing their groups.
I know.
Shit's gross. Go, Kojak.
I shot with a 3.
Do you want to spend a Benny?
Ooh.
I do because I have Elon.
Oh fuck!
Yay! That's all good.
Hooray! Give me the shot. No penalty now because
you
you
say
Elon.
hooray because you're still possessed.
Harold's doing his best.
I am
Okay.
trying.
So with Elon, that basically cancels out my
the penalty.
-2. So I have so I should go by the regular number here,
Yup.
which is still a 3.
At least you didn't critically fail.
That is very true.
You missed.
Like I did. It's fine.
Harold.
So am I still confused?
No.
Okay.
You're just possessed.
Yeah.
I'm still shaken and wounded.
Oh, you're not shaking anymore. Don't worry. And
not
oh my
shaking
god,
anymore?
you
Okay.
can't even feel the pain. You still have the wound. You're not shaken or confused, but you don't feel the pain of the wound right now. Oh my god. Glory be.
Okay. I'm just in the prayer mode right now. Okay.
Oh
Say
yeah.
it.
You were in the zealotry mode. Harold. Harold. You hear a voice in your head. Harold, Harold dear. I need your help. Can you help me?
Help you with what?
I need you to crush that girl's head.
That
She's
girl.
the one who got Otis killed, Harold. If she had done her job correctly, he wouldn't have come back and shot Otis, would he?
No.
Kill her, Harold. Kill her. Harold, give me a spirit.
Okay. Spirit, let's see. Let's try this one more time. If I crit fail, I'm going to cry. Oh, I exploded.
Oh, fuck.
That is 6. So is that minus anything?
You would
no?
have a -1 from Daikon Dragon in the chat, but 5 is a pass. Harold, you snap out of it.
Whoa.
You are like, your fist is like almost directly in front of Trixie when you snap out of it.
What? What happened? I'm so sorry.
You hear to your bottom right the gurgling vomit of a thing, and I'll save us the combat. You turn and you just stomp on it. This dude's head pops like a zit. Or, I'm sorry, flattens like a pancake.
It's fine.
And that is going to be the end of that first exceptionally fucking brutal combat. Holy shit. They aren't even strong. Harold.
Wow, that's wild.
Harold.
Yes.
I need a smarts check from you.
I should have upped these up. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's not your fault. You didn't expect these. I always
My
attack weak
sparks is
stats.
4 too.
Oh
I got
my
a
God.
5.
Harold, you remember some things.
Okay.
Our Lady of the Depths, she... You don't know what the fuck she is, but she is something. And you feel her gently drifting away in the back of your head. Your mind feels like a grotesque, gooey, sunken ruin, a derelict, an abandoned
so like I'm hungover.
ship. It's so much worse than a hungover. Your soul is hungover.
Okay.
You feel absolutely horrible. But you have learned the name of your foe, Our Lady of the Depths.
Okay. Guys, I have no idea what just happened. The last thing I remember, I was punching the guys. I'm not sure what they were, but the people who try to ambush us. And next thing you know, I'm waking up almost punching you, Trixie. I don't know what's going on. But I remember some person named Lady of the Depths. They're trying to attack us for some odd reason. I think they're the source of all this.
Kojak, you begin to get closer and you hear sort of all of this coming out.
Would I be able to? No, I guess I wouldn't be able to. Would I be able to roll some way of knowing and realizing that I recognize that name, or that creature?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh! There is someone you can ask.
Because I do have occult, so that's the only thing that.
Okay. There is someone you can ask.
Oh, the lady.
No.
Oh, never mind.
You can ask the Manitou that you deal with. Hucksters literally gamble their souls with demons.
Oh, cool. All right.
Would you like to gamble with a demon?
Is this going to be really involved, or is it something that I'll just do a roll and then find out?
You're going to do a roll. I'm going to do a roll. And both of us are going to try to build a poker hand. Would you like to gamble with your Manitou?
To find out more about this, yes.
So you sort of sit down and you lay out your cards. Harold and Trixie, you've seen Kojak do this before. Oh, my throat is so fucking raw. I can't do my usual demon voice. And you take a seat. Tony, what's best? Your occult, your spellcasting, or your gambling?
They're all the same. 8.
Then I'll give you an 8 plus 1 on your roll.
Okay.
Because you have all of them. So, Tony, you enter the sort of astral realm that you do when you are between life and death, when you're really trying to gamble. Oh, thank you for the follow, League of Explorers. And what does this headspace look like to you, Kojak? Like, what is the place with the devil you deal with? It can look like anything.
I'm gonna say it's kind of like it does have this astral, like starry night, but that's literally the only background is just the stars, and in front I just am sitting at a felt table.
Sitting across from you, sort of lackadaisically, because I can't do my usual demon voice, nibbling at one of its blackened nails, its purple violet skin, eyes closed, is the Manitou that you first encountered. This sort of, a Christian might call it a demon. And it bites with obsidian teeth on charcoal nails. Well. Kojak. Come to play a hand.
I've come to win a hand, yes.
It opens its eyes, and you can see the swirl of galaxies being born and dying. Distant planets with peoples that you can't even fathom come and go as you stare into the Manitou's eyes. Well then. Classic 5 card. What are you after, Kojak?
I want to know, what was it, the Lady of the Depths?
Our Lady of the Depths.
I'm looking for more information on Our Lady of the Depths.
And what are you willing to wager?
What would I have to wager?
How does 5 years sound? I don't much care what they're getting up to right now. Stopping a little thing here or there. It all serves the same purpose for me in the end.
5 years sounds good to me.
5 years. Careful, Kojak. With how many hands you've lost and how fast you live your life, you may very well already be in your last year. Let's play, shall we? I'm playing this completely valid. I just don't want to move the fucking camera because that's too much work. Please roll your occult skill, your gambling skill, your spellcasting skill, whatever, versus your Manitou. I get 1 extra card.
I got a 4.
You get 1 extra card. Would you like to re-roll?
Another roll, or my re did?
You can re-roll what you just did. For every success in a raise you get an extra card. Right now you have 1. Would you like to try again?
I mean, if you get worse, you would just keep the better hand, right?
You're going to get 1 no matter what, unless you critically fail. In which case, that's bad.
I'll roll again.
Okay. Spend it. You have a +2 from Elon. Total of +3.
Ooh. So, 12.
12. Is that with the +3?
With the +3.
So that's 3 extra cards. So Tony, You have in your hand two nines, 3, 2, 7, 5, ace 4. 4, 3. Ah! You have a straight.
What? I was about to say, do I have a straight? It sounds like a straight, but I also want to know what the suit. If it looks like I would have a flush.
It's not a straight flush, unfortunately. But you do have a 5-card straight. Ace to 5.
Wow.
Ace to 5.
Ace to 5.
And then I'm sorry. What were the other cards?
2 9s and a 7. Your best hand is a straight.
And nothing looking like it could be a flush.
No.
Of any kind.
No. Yeah, no. You have 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 spades, and 2 hearts. Like, you have exactly
awesome.
2 of everything.
That's a royal sampler.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll play with the straight then. Yeah.
Okay. You have a straight. Tell me, Kojak. As it stares through you with those eyes of galaxies. Why the interest in risking your life? Why risk 5 years of your valuable life for one measly piece of information, for one measly monstrosity?
Because whatever this thing is, almost took control of a man I trust very much.
Don't fool me, road walker. You can convince yourself or the others that you're a good or righteous man, but you cannot lie to me. I've been watching you for a long time, Kojak. I've already seen your end.
Believe what you want about me. But they do not deserve that same fate. I know what I'm gambling.
Well, I suppose believe what you want about yourself. 2 jacks.
I guess we're gonna go straight to the truth here.
Kojak, of all of the ones I deal with, I enjoy you somewhere in the middle of them. Well played, well played, well played. So you want to know about Our Lady, hmm? Fine. Has Harold been possessed yet?
Oh, yes, he has. And that's why I feel we need a little bit more.
Well, Our Lady of the Depths is a rather wretched creature, dredged up from the oceans around Lost Angels. Are you familiar? Lost Angels is a major city. It is like the equivalent of Los Angeles. Like, it was founded
about to say,
instead.
like,
Yeah. Well, you also have to remember, like, half of California fell into the ocean. Like, the coast was just fractured. So Lost Angels, I love LA.
I think Joshi got me this.
It's kind of around that area. It's not like exactly where LA is in our world, but it fell into the ocean. And then, like I mentioned before, there was like apparently an outburst of demons there, and then also like a big giant fucking flood. It's around Lost Angels, dredged up from the depths there.
That's excuse me. That was a hell of a time.
The Reverend Grimm himself took an interest in the lady. Did you know that? Reverend Grimm was like the leader of Lost Angels. He is dead.
No, I did not know that.
Well,
But I'm not shocked either.
there are fun truths that most of you will never learn. But when the flood came, a great many things were taken from the church's reliquaries in Lost Angels, swept away by the tide. Some of
The
them.
statue.
Yes, the statue. Not just the statue, a great many things were swept away. But Our Lady ended up out and about on the town. The potent magic aura she gave off drew the attention of quite a few green-eyed witches, voodoo practitioners, shamans looking to do the right thing and purge it. Even some of the faithful that believed old Grimm's malarkey. It fell into the hands of the Baron. But the Twilight Legion had other plans, did they not? Regrettably, it's not around anymore. But the history, you don't care about the history. You're not the booked type. You want to know what it does, what she's capable of.
Yeah, let's get to brass tacks here.
Conversion. That's why Reverend Grimm was so interested. She can make worshippers. She produces a rotten ambrosia. The black and white liquid. I'm sure you've seen it by now.
Mm-hmm.
Smiles those obsidian dagger teeth at you. Well, let's just say that she's made quite the new church for herself in Kerrville.
Kerrville, you say?
You know that is a small community to the northwest of San Antonio. Like, it's not very old. It's maybe only like 20, 30 years old. But it is to the northwest. It's based on just some simple, like, fact thinking. It's probably in the direction that those trails were going.
Gotcha. And aside from this conversion that she's so adept at, what else do I have to worry about with her?
Her worshippers. Wretched husks. Different forms. But I don't want to spoil all the fun.
You never do you?
Oh, I think I've been quite generous today. Unless you want to play another hand. And the cards begin to, like, float around it.
I think that's enough for one day.
I'll see you in your dreams, Kojak. And you come back out of the hunting grounds and into reality. As Harold, you are like... Do any of you have healing or medicine or anything like that?
I mean, I took a Medicaid.
Yeah, you did take a kit, but, like, does anyone have the skill to mend wounds? No.
No, I guess we don't. Do you have healing?
I don't.
I've
Flask
already
was more
heard.
important.
Well, you can boost...
Sorry, I had to feed the dog.
No, it's okay. Look, feed your fucking dog. It's a living creature. It's more important than this.
She's the kind of dog you feed every day.
I would hope that's all dogs. But yeah, so you've been trying to do what you can to, like, mend your internal injury, Harold. But ooh, god damn, that sucks. And Kojak,
Yeah, I don't have any kind of...
Kojak wakes back up. And don't forget, Kojak, you do have boost trait. You can give people new skills with that.
Oh, I could. Then I guess I try to. I guess I'll boost Harold and just give him the.
Okay.
I'll roll for that to give him.
Spend the power points and give old Harold whatever he gets.
Harold has healing?
He does now.
I can heal myself or other people, right?
Fina, give him healing. Or other people for the duration. Yeah.
All right, so it's roll 8.
You rolled an 8? Oh.
No.
7.
So a 7. Harold, you have a D4 in healing.
This is only for this round, right?
For like a few minutes.
It says boost trait duration is 5 for boost.
For it's going to be enough to make the roll on yourself at the very least.
Okay. Time to heal myself.
The healing
Time
kit.
to heal up.
The heal up. The med kit negates the -1 penalty from your wound, so it's just a regular healing check.
All right. Yay! So I got a 4.
You heal the wounds. Yeah.
Awesome.
You manage to like pull a little bit of that goop off of you. Trixie, while Kojak did that split second, like I need to stress Kojak was gone for a split second.
Okay.
You began to hear the sizzling of the goo coming off of these corpses. This as it hit the hot sand and begins to turn into that leathery gusher that Harold found.
This stuff looks just like what we ran into earlier.
Yes. Let me just take this out my bag real quick. I just throw it on the ground.
That means
Beating with the stick.
that means that means at the crash site this thing has died or something. Someone has killed it and come across this and killed it at the crash site.
You're right.
Someone else knows about.
I reckon it's someone with magic.
Kojak, you return right now. You're back.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, no.
I think I know what we have to do with this, with the lady here. What did I miss? Wait, what's that stuff on the ground? Isn't that what we picked up before?
It's the same thing as the tendril goop stuff coming out of these 3 people. The dead version.
Yes.
That's what they turn into. Oh. Wait, that means someone killed something before.
Yes, that's
Yes, that's.
I don't know that. I just came
Correct. Yes.
Just said that.
Yes. Keep
So
on.
I'm coming to this realization. Well, I know from my buddy in the other world there that the lady that possessed you, Harold, she's holed up in a town northwest.
She's just alive, around, existing.
Thank you.
That's what it seems like, and she really likes charming with this with this religion of hers. So I think we got quite a few people, quite a few more of these things that we got to worry about.
Okay, let's give her the quick 1-2, get it settled so we can go back to saloon to get this over with.
Yeah, because the statue is apparently the source of their magic, or part of the source of their magic here. So this is gonna be fun.
Should we not continue towards where the trail is going?
Well, we see the trail's going northwest, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what's going on.
Yes.
In the same direction. Okay.
And
So we follow the trail, right?
yeah, sure. You get on your horsies, your little ponies,
Giddy up.
and you giddy up. You ride for maybe I don't even want to say a day and a half. Like by now, 3 hours, leaving at 9, it's about noon. You get there probably around 5. And you spot sort of in the distance, good night, enjoy Shira. You spot in the distance this small town. Not very large at all, maybe like 15 buildings at the most seemingly residential. A lot of them, or two of them seeming to be workshops with like large plumes of smoke coming out of large chimneys. You spot this rustic town, and based on all intents and purposes and trajectories, Harold, with your survival skill, you determine that this is probably Kerrville. You haven't drawn too close yet, but what would you like to do? There's like people walking around the town. Like you can see like a couple like talking outside of a house, someone like working bellows near one of those smokestacks. What's the play?
Can we tell they're alive or not?
Even without really needing to roll a notice check, like you sort of like squint to the best of your ability. Like they are moving around like normal people. They don't have the weird inhuman motions of the strange goo creatures that you encountered before.
Okay. I say we play it safe somehow. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure we can walk in and not be ambushed because there are other innocent people around, but we can give it a shot and see if we can find like a church or something, because she would be in a church, right?
She's wherever she wants to be.
Harold, she is in a place of worship. Like, you know that she has constructed a shrine. You were going to kill Trixie, and then probably Kojak, and then you were going to go to church.
Okay. So can I like look for the church in the town when we get there?
With a quick overview, none of these buildings are chapels.
Okay.
Like, not a single church amongst them.
Well, the church is where the people are. So, I guess we can ask the people in the town to see if they have noticed any differences or any people with gatherings. Can we?
Question. Do we know how large this statue is?
No.
Okay.
So it's not good. Okay. We don't see it now.
No.
We can assume that it's not something that they can just like carry like a small cat. Like, it's big enough that we saw what assumingly was the drag marks.
There were multiple drag marks that appeared to be from multiple crates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, this was a train crash of valuable stuff. Like, these people are probably stole a lot of shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I kind of want to ask around.
Okay, sure. And so,
is there
you guys just waltz in?
Yeah.
Is there a what?
Is there like a caravan stop?
I would say that there are probably some hitching posts, but this place does not seem to have like an inn or anything like that. Like, this is a residential community. There's no livings around here. You could probably camp out, or maybe it appears there might be like a Longhorn like barn for some sort of farmer that might work around here. Maybe you can sleep in the barn.
No kind of saloon.
No. No.
They're not as bougie as we are.
No. Yeah.
Good thing I brought my flags.
And so you all sort of just meander into town as non-threateningly as possible. And you can feel like the eyes of the citizens on you. All of them are packing heat. Like, without a doubt, every single one's packing heat. This is the West. It's untamed. Even though you're close to San Antonio, you can't fuck with that. And so you enter, and sort of this tan-skinned man with sort of curly black hair, who's sort of working the bellows, sort of looks out at you and gets a little squint and says, "Hold on up there, friend, hold on." the three of you. If and you could just take a halt right there for me, as he sort of walks out, like puts his hand to the pistol on his side. What brings you three folk here? You three con folk to little old Kerrville?
I want to step in. Like,
Okay.
we're just passing by. You know, we're actually looking for an old acquaintance of ours.
Oh yeah? Who are you looking for? Lived here my whole life, know everybody.
They wouldn't have been here long. You know, they've probably been here a couple days at the most. Just a woman, maybe a couple of fellas following her around. Wouldn't be speaking much.
Well, I can't rightly say you're the first folks we seen here around in a while. Ain't seen no woman or an entourage or posse or whatnot. If that's your business, sort of looks around at some of the other folks in the area, and some of them are like talking if they're in pairs or groups, just sort of like talking amongst themselves, looking at the three of you. All right, if you're looking for someone, sure folks here would be right happy to oblige answering some questions. If'n you're finna play nice. Is that all right?
That sounds fair.
No.
Well, got the run of the town then. Just know, got our eyes on you. You San Antonio folks. We know all about you. Devil worshipping and whatnot. Get going. All right, so you have like I said, there's maybe like 10 to 15 houses. Currently, there's maybe 20 people that are out and about in the area. There's two not large, but like workshops. One appears to be like a pottery workshop. The other one appears to be making like shit. You have no idea what they're burning there. And then there's the Longhorn barn, at least where they would put supplies for longhorns or something like that, because most cattle are usually kept grazing and roaming. Yeah, what would you like to do? There's a group of two women who are talking to each other. There's a group of maybe 5 or so men, a couple mixed groups here and there. What would you like to do?
If I'm going to talk to anybody, I think at the times I should talk to the men.
At the times? Sure. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like the women wouldn't take so kindly to a type of woman that looks like I.
Are you still dressed up in your like professional wear? Because you made a thing before we left that you were looking to wear comfier clothes.
That was true. That's true.
So, like, either is fine. Like, this is a better version of the West than it really was. But that is also to say that a lot of the West got fucking whitewashed and, like, straight washed. Thanks, Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood. There's one of the guys who worked on Savage Worlds is named Clint. I don't want to throw shade at him.
Partner.
Listen here, partner. I hate all fucking peoples that aren't white men.
You know what? Then no, I am in my casual clothing, and I want to talk to the group of women.
Okay, so you sort of approach them. This town seems to have a fairly heavily skewed, Mexican or Hispanic, based on your proximity to the border, probably Mexican population. So you approach these two women, and they're sort of talking amongst each other, and one of them looks over to you and says, "Oh, hello, I heard about you're looking for your friend."
Hello.
That was a close one, Kyle. Yeah, thanks, fuck you.
Hello, yes, I am looking for not quite somebody specific, but more a group of people. I'm looking for a group of people that might pass by this town.
I mean, not a lot of folk pass by here unless they're coming to purchase some of the clay works, like the shingles or whatnot. But I mean, if there's any more detail you can give me, I'm sure I'd be happy to see if I remember anything.
They were probably in a caravan, well loaded, lots of stuff on.
I mean, give me a persuasion.
Haha. It's not as great.
Oh. I still have faith. I still have faith.
Oh, double explode.
Fuck. The
9, 10.
oh my god.
Because I get a +1.
Annabelle, would you be so kind as to head on? And apparently the girl named Annabelle says, "Oh, of course, thank you. I will go," and gently walks away. If you'd like, I have a bit of refreshment I could offer you back at the house. It's not much, little water and perhaps a bit of day-old bread, if that's all right with you.
That'd be great. I'm quite famished.
And so she sort of walks you over to what you assume is her house, or at least her like familial house. There's two like very old people, sort of just like sitting outside of the house in the sun, in some like wooden carved chairs, basically some homemade chairs, and she lets you inside and says, "Oh, please, here," and she like scoops with a ladle out of a barrel some water for you and sets it down in a nice like clay cup.
Thank you so much. This pottery is gorgeous.
Well, thank you. Mr. Visconti makes it.
You guys must be so proud of your craftsmanship that you offer here in this town.
We sell where and when we can. The rails coming through San Antonio have certainly helped us sell our goods to further places and cities that could pay for them. It's not much, but it's an honest living. Most folk around here seem to do all right. Not as wealthy as a ghost rock mine or anything like that, but we get by. I have to ask a question of you, ma'am.
Sure.
Who are you really, and why are you here?
Again, we're just trying to look.
You broke up.
Oh.
Could you say it again?
Again, we are just trying to look for a friend of ours and that he passed through this town. She, I guess she.
Well, you said before it was a she. So now
it's several people.
I'm not figuring you're getting your story very straight. But if you don't want to tell me, that's fine. I'm not gonna press you. But if you think I'm blind, then you're doing a great unkindness toward me.
If you want to know, they took something from me, and the two gentlemen that are with me are helping me out in this journey.
You're a ranger. You're a Texas Ranger, right?
Yes.
Yes. Take a Benny for accepting the lie.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just.
I want people around here are good people. We wouldn't have done it if we had much of a choice, but it's been hard times right now, so you got to understand. I just want you to consider that when I tell you this, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're here for that train that derailed.
Yes, and we followed a track that took us through the Northwest. and has led us now here.
I told Mr. Viscani that they didn't cover their trail good enough. When that train car derailed and dropped its goods, a lot of the townsfolk saw it as an opportunity to do some good for us, to get a little bit of extra food and water in the mouths of people that needed it. The rail barons, they have so much that they can go to war with each other, and it couldn't hurt to just get a little bit back for us, could it?
You are in no way in any trouble. I just need to speak to...
Now, I know... You must think I'm a fool. I know that some folks are going to get in trouble here, and I know that you rangers will say whatever honeyed words you need to say to get me to tell you what I am, but I am cooperating to the best of my ability. All I'm asking is that you stay them from the rope.
What does that mean?
That means, like, please don't hang them. Don't execute everybody, please.
Okay. Oh, no. You have my word. I just need to speak to what was the guy's name?
Mr. Visconti.
If you could just take me to Mr. Visconti and I can speak to him.
Well,
you have my word that you
met Mr. Visconti. He's the kind fella that what flagged y'all down when you were entering. He's a good man. Troubled. I think that the thieving's weighing heavy on his mind. He's been might bit skittish and on edge since he and the others got back. I think they're all a little frazzled. They're good, honest, God-fearing people. They don't have a cruel bone in their body. They just made an honest, innocent mistake.
I truly believe that he had good intentions for this town.
While that's happening, Kojak, Harold, what are you up to?
I'm at the pottery place.
So you're in the place with Mr. Visconti then. So Mr. Visconti is making some like vases. They are, based on your knowledge, like exceptionally well made. These are like red clay vases that apparently are going to be getting like glaze fired in a little bit. And he's sort of working. He says, "Well then, suppose you're here to talk to me some more, yeah?"
Yeah, I'm just looking at your work. Looks pretty dope.
Oh.
Well,
fuck, I said Fina a second ago. Like we got some fucking words that ain't there. Well,
speak of the devil.
Well, I appreciate them kind words there, boy. But I told you what I told you. We ain't seen hide nor hair or nothing that's come through here.
Okay, just taking a look at your finery.
Sure.
Where'd you get these supplies from, if you don't mind me asking? This work of art, the clay is just remarkable.
Well, thank you. We have, I shouldn't be telling you this, but I like to put the right foot forward with new people I meet. Strangers are just friends you haven't met yet and all that. But, we have a modest clay quarry that we use to supply ourselves with the high quality clays that we use in our shingles and in our pottery and in things like that. I've been working here my whole life. My mother, my father before me, they were both expert clay worker, artisan pottery. You name it, they could do it. They helped the shingle economy here in Kerrville really get off the ground after some of the unfortunate attacks.
Attacks?
Oh, you know, native folk in the area don't much like us being here. We've reached a tenuous peace.
Okay. Did anything strange happen the last 2 weeks or so?
What do you mean? What do you mean strange? I can't quite think anything like that. Persuasion.
Okay. I'll think of any like particular attacks. Okay.
She's scratching.
Oh god, we'll see.
We'll see.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, Peach.
9.
Okay, Peach. 9.
Yeah.
So so with a 9, you sort of begin to work him over and sort of schmooze on him. You know, you're a bartender. You're used to talking to people and getting them to talk. He, as you begin to probe, like, it's almost like a switch is flipped or like a candle is snuffed out in his eyes. And he goes, "No, I can't quite think of anything right strange that we've seen around here."
Nothing.
Not a thing.
Okay. If you say so. But...
I hope you find a friend.
Oh. Okay. Is that all you have to say to me?
I'm afraid there's not much more that I know. I haven't seen hide nor hair of your friend.
I'll look at him, like, cross-eyed, like... All right, I'll be on my way. Because I know something's going on. Okay.
Be safe. And you walk
You
out,
too.
and he sort of resumes working, but it's almost like he's on autopilot.
Okay.
Kojak, what's up?
Peach, come here.
Sorry, we're fighting with the dog. Right?
Oh, damn. No, thank you.
Said.
Thank you for the bits, Kamen Otaku. Everyone gets a Benny.
Yay, thank
Sweet.
you.
I need to start pennies. Ooh.
What do I want to be doing? I feel like I'm in. I would want to be questioning this guy too.
Okay, I mean, don't be afraid to interject in scenes like that in the future. Be like, "Oh, I'd like to be there too," as long as like it's reasonable for your character to be there. Just interject and let me know towards the beginnings.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
No, it's okay. You witnessed all of this happen.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
You were just kind of quietly admiring stuff in the background of the shot, let's say.
It's
you
mostly
can put
because
Puppy
at
on
this
stream
point I
if you
kind
need
of
to.
want to be like, while I was in the background there, just now that he's saying that he doesn't know anything else, that I'd want to try my mind reading on him again.
Yeah, roll it.
What was it?
Nope.
It was 2. Oh yeah, but I replenished anyway because it was a long ride up here.
5 hours plus 5 power points.
Yeah, so I was already back to 10.
Good. Good.
Why roll it once? Yeah. And I can roll a Benny, right?
Yes.
Then I'm gonna do that
Good.
with my Elon as well.
Good.
Oh, yes, get it.
Get it.
All right, so I come with the 8.
With a success with a raise, Kojak. You
Raise
link
the roof. Sorry.
you link your mind with his, Kojak. Worship, Kojak. Kojak. As Harold begins to walk away, your mind links with his. Not Harold's, with Alfred Visconti's. Thank you for the follow, Joe Rock. And when your mind connects, you are overcome with a rhythmic chanting, prayer. Our Lady, our Lady, our
Lady.
Kojak, your mind unintentionally begins to catch up with this rhythm. Because you succeeded with a raise, you have the luxury of severing the connection if you want to. Otherwise, I was going to get you trapped in here. What do you want to do, Kojak?
No, I definitely want to sever this connection once I... Yeah.
Worship. And you... When you sever the connection, and you sort of come back to, Mr. Visconti is staring right through you, like into your eyes and through your soul.
Who are you, good sir?
A fly like lands on his eyeball as he's staring at you. The slime comes up and pulls the fly under.
That's adorable. That's cute.
Where is your lady?
Slowly, 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 his lips begin to unfurl into an inhuman rictus grin. The lips peel themselves back like slitted, cut, folded origami until you see all the way up to the tops of the gums, and it unfurls around and around and around and around. And it smiles at you. And without moving, if you've seen that TikTok of that girl who laughs without moving her face, which is so fucking good, it's so fucking unnerving, he begins to do that. There's a weird sobbing quality to the laugh. It's very quiet, imperceptible to Harold as he walks away.
Mm-hmm.
And you blink, and when you unblink, he's fine, and he seems to be working complete. Like, he was practically nose to nose with you. You blink, and he is like over at the firing pit, moving the bellows totally normally.
So
You all right there? Oh, God. Almost didn't see you there. You're with the big man, right? I had answered his questions best as I can. I'm sorry, I don't know more.
You don't, huh?
I can't say that I do.
Mm-hmm. I want to question more, but I feel like this is going to be like this dead end without anybody else here to help me.
You folks planning on staying the night?
Yeah, I think we might be here.
Sure.
Well,
Tell you what, I'll talk to Marco, see if we can get you a place in the barn to stay. How's that sound? Comfier than sleeping under the stars.
yeah, that sounds.
Great. All right. Well, let me just take some calipers and pulls the pot out. Oh my God, it's beautiful. It's this beautiful white and black swirl, touching but never really blending together. It's absolutely wonderful pottery. Whatever dye was used in here is just flawless. And he gently sets it down to cool. Says, "Oh, well, I'll go see if I can find him. Nice meeting you. Tell your friend I appreciate his kind words about the vases." And he walks away. Trixie, back in the house. Just as long as no one gets hurt, that's what matters to me. If that's all right with you, Miss Ranger. Officer, sir, ma'am? I don't know the formalities.
No, I'm just thinking about one.
I'm not. I'm just very nervous.
Are you nervous for safety of the town?
Well, of course. Stealing from a rail. I'm just glad it's you and not a rail baron enforcer. Otherwise, I'm sure this town would be nothing more than burnt house frames by tomorrow. As long as you can promise me that you're not going to tell the rail barons that it was us and that you just found it in the desert, maybe dragged out by a couple bandits or some such, I'd be much appreciative.
I will do my best that your town is not going to be mentioned.
Well, thank you then. I'll talk to Mr. Visconti and tell him that the jig is up and that maybe it'd be best to cooperate with you Rangers. I greatly appreciate your kindness and your understanding in this issue.
Yes, thank you. I believe it is getting a little late.
Oh, of course. Did you drink any of the water she gave you?
No, I just was
Not a single
pottery. What?
Okay.
Why?
No, I'm just asking if you drank the water. It's fine. Is there a reason you didn't drink the water?
No, I don't know.
I mean, God, it's been five long, hot hours in the desert. Nice, cool water from an indoor barrel.
Don't I have?
I don't know. Yeah,
rations,
but that water's
from
all
your flask, drunkie.
That water's all hot. You had to carry it through the Badlands. Oh God.
Can I say I was like sipping flask?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Flavored water.
You've been having some La Croix from the flask. I don't need it. You know what? Yeah, I like that. Give me a spirit roll. Oh, God, that water is so good, and I just don't think you plumb have a reason not to drink it.
Oh.
17.
You don't have to drink it if you don't want to.
Love it.
And she says, all right, well,
I'm sensitive.
Suppose I'll show you the way out if that's all right.
Yes, please. I'd like to reconnect with my
Of course.
other associates.
And so she leads you out past the two old folks and back to Harold and Kojak, and she sort of disappears if you have no more need for her. Off to talk to Mr. Visconti.
I'm with Mr. Visconti now?
No, she leaves to talk to Mr. Visconti. You are with the posse.
Okay. Guys, Mr. Visconti is the one who took the stuff from the train tracks.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Oh, I tried to see his thoughts there, and man, those were not his thoughts I was seeing.
That's strange because I did ask him if there was anything weird going on in the last 2 weeks, and then it was like a switch. He just didn't remember. I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it here.
It must be here.
All I can tell you is it felt like I was about to be controlled by Our Lady over there.
It must be here. Mr. Visconti must have it.
There must be something else.
Perceptions. Notices. All three of you.
All right. Where's
All
my
right,
thing?
you're gonna need to get down. I love you, but you need to get down. In fact, I know you gotta go out.
I'm gonna spend a penny.
Wait, why?
Because I didn't like my roll.
He's allowed.
If you say so.
How'd you do, Harold?
I got 9.
Shit.
5.
Okay.
10. We noticed the shit out of whatever you re-roll.
Yeah, you do. I got a 4. All three of you are being watched. Like, without a shadow of a doubt, you're being watched. Not from any one direction. It's all around you. You're sort of in the center of town, and the buildings are sort of like not a neat ring, but they sort of have like this like circular layout to the town. It's kind of haphazard, but it sort of is a rough circle. You're being watched from all directions.
I don't like the aura they're giving us either. The vibe's not right.
Yeah, like you've been strangers in small towns before, especially you, Kojak. This happens sometimes, but not like this. Like there is a menace to the way that they're watching you.
Yeah, these people do not want us asking questions.
I think it may be time for us to I think it may be time for us to make some. Whether it means self-defense.
Whether it means a defense is what you said?
Self-defense or flight.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it keeps dropping in there. Like,
Oh, sorry.
okay,
I know,
No, it's okay. Both of you keep dropping. I don't know why.
I'm trying to talk over brevity.
Is it your voice threshold for your microphone?
It is, but I'm also like trying to put in like the suspense.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to put that slider all the way down, that would be tight. But anyway, doesn't matter. So yeah, fight or flight, gang. What's the plan?
Well, we came here for this statue.
I think they already know. I feel like they already know that we know. Like, I feel like they already know that we know, so we might as well like confront this man who all three of us kind of know, like, oh yeah, he's got it, or he knows where it is.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Do you want to just go do that right now? Like, fucking, what's her face? The girl you met, Brenda, she...
Talk to Mr. Visconti.
She just left. Like, you saw the direction she headed in, and also Kojak said that he was going to go search around the barn to try and find a place for you to shack up for the night. So he's probably somewhere around there.
He's in the Longhorn barn or like in that area.
He's in that area. Yeah. What would you like to do?
Do I want to go in the building? Is he inside the building?
I don't know. Someone would have to start looking. Harold, what's up?
I would definitely know that I would not want to sleep here for the night, so I'll definitely go to the barn to see what's up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Can we take like a?
let's take a pause.
2 minutes.
Let's take a pause. I'm gonna put a marker here. I'm gonna pee too. Everybody take a bio. Take a bio. Hi, we're back. There were no technical difficulties at all. I'm just gonna move the headband.
You just magically shrank your headphone.
Yeah.
Science.
Your setup is a 35.
3.5 millimeters.
I mean, I guess it's. Fuck, God damn it! I hit the marker. It's a Turtle Beach like USB thing, but it has like a 35 millimeter. Yeah, or 3.5 millimeter, whatever the fuck. 35 would be way too big. So we're back. We're playing Deadlands. You said you wanted to find Mr. Visconti, right?
We're going to the Longhorn barn.
Yes.
Okay, and so you begin to head towards the barn, and you start to sort of peek around and look around. Are you moving stealthily, or are you just going?
I mean, everyone's already fucking watching us.
That's true. We can't really stealth around it.
I feel like if everyone's already like,
We might as well just go in with that BD.
yeah,
Yeah, like we're here. We
kick down the door
what's up.
like, what the fuck?
So stealth rolls or no stealth rolls?
I mean, I wouldn't think we're like bull charging into there either. We're just.
I feel like we
walking
should
up
try to be a little stealthy and not like, even if they are just kind of watching us, they might not be.
So it sounds to me like Trixie is going in normally, and Kojak, you might want to hang back and try to sneak. What about you, Harold?
They wouldn't hit a lady, right? Nah, they wouldn't. They definitely.
Go ahead,
I'll
punch me in the
take
face.
caution. Can I use my danger sense, or is that like still on not edge?
Danger sense would give you a +2 to like notice checks and to like prevent being ambushed. Like, your danger sense is telling you that at any moment you could be ambushed.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll just go in.
Okay. And you walk in, Trixie walks in, Kojak, give me stealth.
Got 3.
Oh, yeah, dude, you're so fucking hidden. You're so confident that you actually get even further back from the group because it's like, oh man, I'm so safe here. No one can see me behind this fence post. I can't even like gauge the volume I'm speaking at with these fucking things in.
No, you're fine.
You're
awesome.
fine. I can tell.
And so, Trixie and Harold, as you walk in, there's a quick rustling, and then emerging from behind one of the hay bales is Mr. Visconti, and he says, "Oh, hey there. How can I help y'all?"
You
What
you said that you
Yes, I did. I said I was gonna ask around and see what I could find, and I just didn't expect you to be here so soon is all.
Well, we're pretty tired, so if we can just go in and...
Oh, well, the beddings haven't been prepared yet.
Well, I like to drop off some of my stuff and...
Of
maybe
course,
change
please
my
leave your things
clothes.
outside the barn, and I will be happy to get to them for you. Harold, you have danger sense, right?
Yes.
Give me a notice.
Awesome. Notice +2 because of danger sense. Okay.
Gontas, I absolutely do want to see that. Please post that in the Discord.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello?
Give me 10. Got 10.
You hear a faint whimper, like very faint, muffled, almost like it's underwater.
Oh.
It is coming from
Describe
behind the hay bale that Mr. Visconti emerged from.
Kind of hint at Trixie that there's something going on because we have that communication. There's something going on.
Yeah, you have
Okay.
like the go sign and shit like that. Yeah, absolutely. Both of your professions would definitely have that.
Yeah. We have to sign like the
Yeah, that's not fucking obvious.
What? I'm just no.
Yeah, it's like two sharp coughs or something. Like like that.
Behind the bush.
Harold, do you actually do that?
Yes, I do.
Take a Benny. Take a Benny. Take a Benny.
I wish we were together right now for that kind of role playing.
Oh,
my gosh.
Oh yeah, Kojak. Oh yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Usually
you say
within
that, and he like his head just like cracks at a 90-degree angle, like onto his shoulder to look at all of you.
Then with that, usually like whenever I get the signal from Harold, I walk right up to Mr. Visconti and I punch him in the throat
Okay.
without like a hint. Like it's like he gave me the hint. I was like,
The downside is Harold's go sign was super fucking obvious, so it's not a sneak attack. So he is ready. So it will be initiative now. Meanwhile, Kojak, oh my god, dude, you're fucking invisible out here.
You could have just given like a little.
Oh my god. Kojak, you like begin to creep around the other side of the barn. Oh god, you are the fucking wind, my guy. You walk between the raindrops. And when you cross over, you didn't see these old people before. But the two old people that were like rocking chairing in front of Brenda's home, they are rocking chairing like directly around the corner when you round the corner.
They're,
They moved the chairs too?
Yeah.
just like they're scooting the chairs.
Now, didn't I just see you around the corner there?
One of them begins to beckon you over, trying to whisper something to you.
What can I do here?
Die.
Oh, wow.
Bet they have Gatling guns.
I wanna cast confusion.
Okay. Please cast confusion. Meanwhile, I'm gonna deal initiative to Harold, Trixie, and Alfred Visconti. Uh-oh. Oh, all incredibly low. But Mr. Visconti does go first. From his head, his face facing you, emerges just like 100 quills all over his face. Like, as his jaw sort of distends and drops, a lolling tongue sort of falls out, and then that also gets covered in those quills. And he is going to go first, and he is going to...
It's Sanic.
It's the worst Sanic OC you've ever seen.
Sornic the Hedgehog here.
Some like boils and bubbles form underneath those black and white quills before they pop like wretched boils and fire a volley of quills in a cone at both of you. I need both of you to give me an agility check.
You know, this probably smells really funky.
Oh,
okay.
It smells like seawater brack. Like, Harold probably has never smelled it. It reeks of low tide and dank tide pools.
I'm gonna use my Benny. Okay.
8.
Oh, you dive out of the way effortlessly.
I'm having a good night.
6.
6, you manage to narrowly, with the penalty, like jump behind some of the wood that separates the stalls of the doors of the barn, and they like pierce like 3 inches through, like stopping like in fraction of an inch before your eye, Harold. Trixie, you managed to just go to ground and avoid it altogether. Yeah, both of you jump out of the way. Next up is going to be Trixie. It's your turn.
Well, I can't punch him now. He's all spiky.
Oh, he's unleashing this like horrible echoing wail over that spiked tongue as you begin to move. It's a lot of, "Please, our lady, forgive me. Our lady, forgive me. I'm sorry."
Sugar and water.
Wait. What did you say?
It's a lot of like, "Oh, lady, please, I'm sorry. Forgive me, my lady."
Are we inside the Longhorn barn?
Yes.
We're inside now.
Yes.
This sounds weird. Is there any of that clay pottery around?
I mean, yeah, sure. There's a couple like large water urns and things like that. Sure.
Any of the black and white ones?
No. What you want to do? You ain't got much time to react. The spikes are regrowing. And Harold, you're next, so think about what you want to do too.
Okay.
I kind of want to. Oh fuck! Shit. Fuck. Poop. Okay. Well.
You want to
okay.
poop? All right, cool.
Put it in the pizza.
Is there any way I can just like kind of take a sip of my alcohol and kind of in his face?
Let's call that a test. How about? Fuck.
Kind of to like distract him or like.
Yeah, that would be a test for sure. What the fuck would you roll for that? What skills do you have? Like, you don't have like booze drinking isn't a skill.
I have taunt, thievery, stealth.
Taunt. Let's do taunt.
Taunt. Okay.
For sure. This will be opposed by his spirit, I think, is taunt. So. Fuck. Oh my god.
Oh, same 9.
Double 6 and double 3.
So
Yeah,
he is.
That was weird.
He is shaken. Additionally, would you like him to be vulnerable or distracted? -2 on his rolls or +2 on rolls against him?
+2 against him.
Okay, so he is shaken and vulnerable. Harold, it is your turn. What are you up to?
I want to jump from behind where Musk's hiding and then quickly do a 2 punch, like 2 wild
Just like
attacks.
the old 1, 2. All right.
Yeah.
Oh god, my wrist form was terrible on that. And so
Auto attacks.
you,
1, 2.
that's a great way to just fucking break your wrist. You gotta have a nice wrist. Lead with your 2 knuckles.
And don't put your thumb inside.
God, don't put your
Learn
thumb
that
inside.
the hard way.
Oh, you poor fucking boy. Yeah, Harold, go ahead and give me a fighting check. You have a +2 on this roll. If you would like to wild attack, it's an additional +2.
Can I do 2 wild attacks?
Oh god, you want to do 2 attacks? Okay, so you get to make 2 attacks, both at +2. Because you're wild attacking a vulnerable target. So, yeah, now is the time to just fucking haymaker this fool. Jab hook, jab hook, jab hook.
I wasted alcohol. Harold, my alcohol. Don't make me waste it.
Don't make me
It's his
waste
alcohol.
it.
That was the only drop I had to drink all day.
Oh, damn. Hold on, let me
You have a
re-roll this
+1 on this roll from Stephanie's foot coin redemption.
Oh, so that's 8 then on 1 attack. Well, +2, that's 10.
Okay, so fuck. Okay.
Should I do the other attack now?
Yeah, do the other attack now. We'll just see how it goes.
Sure.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, hello? Oh, hello? Oh, hello? What the fuck?
At least it's not the damage roll. That's good.
Oh my fucking god! Hold on.
It's not the damage roll.
I know. Oh god. What's that? Give me a 29?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, can I see 29?
What even number is that?
Right, a 29.
2 hits with 2 raises. So it's going to be strength.
29.
It's going to be whatever your brass knuckle damage is, your strength plus I think a d4 plus an extra d6 +2. Jesus fucking Christ. And do that twice. Do that twice. Do that twice.
Wait, repeat that one more time so I can get my. So what I think?
What's your brass knuckles damage?
Brass knuckles. Let's see.
What in tarnation?
Strength plus
Wasted.
D4.
So roll your strength plus a d4 plus a d6 +2. And then do that twice.
My strength plus a D4.
Oh, fuck. Your strength is a d10. Oh, no.
Plus D6. So strength plus D4 plus D6
+2.
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
without the
So
wild.
you're rolling 3 dice
Without the
and then
wild die,
adding
yeah.
2 after.
D8, d6, d4 +2.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, no.
I'm at Benny this. This is not acceptable. No, this is not acceptable. I am sorry. This is not acceptable. Not after I got the 28. No. The 29 or whatever. This is not acceptable. Better.
Remember, you have +2.
15.
Holy shit. Okay. One more again, please?
Yes.
One more
please.
again?
Oh, that's right. Another shot.
Yeah.
He wanted to do 2 wild attacks.
Okay.
And here I'm trying to deal with these 2 old people in rocking chairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Harold didn't appreciate his body being
Okay.
fire, and
What
he
the
wants
fuck?
to make sure it doesn't happen again.
No.
4. 8. No, wait. 12 plus 2 is what?
14.
14 plus 6.
Are you fucking
20.
20, 22, 22, 24.
Are you fucking kidding me? The floor is killing the boss in 1 hit.
Yeah. It's
Christ,
It's the Josh
Josh,
one
how
hit.
the
This is
fuck?
Josh one hit.
I need
This
to
is
get.
the previous carnation.
I need to
Dracula's
get.
come back.
I need to get
Chunk
Josh
one
and
hit.
Kat in a 2-shot, just the 2 of them, and I'm gonna run them through a gauntlet of bosses, like fights designed to kill them. Because fuck me,
Like both of you have to keep to try to
so
go
you
after
just-
each other.
You're talking
bang, bang, like easy
about the
fucking peasy.
casuals who were fighting.
Casuals. The bad news is, you punch a boy whose face is spines, so you're gonna take 2 instances of 2d4 damage.
Oh, okay, sure.
So that's 4 versus toughness. That ain't shit. Oh, that's 5. Is your toughness 6?
No.
Cool. You just like, the gross thing is, unlike the ones that were baking out in the sun for a long time, this guy literally dissolves into sea foam. like wretched sea foam full of like viscera and bones and that strange grotesque liquid. You hear a muffled from behind the hay bale. We're gonna jump outside to Kojak. Hey, Kojak. What's up?
Okay.
I'm gonna get you.
Treating ya.
So, well, I mean, like, I was doing thing. There were multiples out here, right?
2 of them.
So, yeah, I was going to do the AoE confusion, so that costs 3, right?
Yes.
Okay, so but I didn't roll for that yet.
Oh, fuck. You should have. Roll it.
You didn't give me a chance. You just kind of like, I said I'm good.
Don't worry. You can pre-roll shit when I cut away from a scene. Like,
Oh,
it's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Like,
Okay.
no, it's okay. You didn't know. I trust you. But yeah, we're in new territory, man. Don't sweat.
9.
Yeah, fuck you, bro.
Okay.
I gotta make a smarts check for these 2. Oh, shit. 9 is a hit with a raise, so that means 1 failed, but the other one passed. So you confused the one, and it, like, sort of like, its head droops down, but the other one looks up at you and goes, come here. And, you don't see as its hand sort of reaches around the back of the rocking chair, and the fingernails sort of split apart, peeling back a hand where there no longer is bone that sort of connects like the grasping point of a flower with the back of the confused and shaken old person. And then almost immediately the person that was grabbed in this way splits like right down the middle and opens like a Maud fucking bear trap, like a Venus flytrap bear trap, and it launches like a rag doll jettisoned out of the chair at you. I will take a penalty because half of me is confused. What's your parry?
Really? 2?
With a D4 in fighting, it would be 4. Doesn't matter. I still defo fucking hit. You going to hell? You going to hell, Kojak?
Oh no!
Oh my god! Uh-oh.
Oh no! Oh no!
Fucking shit!
Oh,
Okay, so that's 14 plus 16. That's 30 damage. Hey, Kojak, you got any bennies left to soak?
This is like, this. Now I'm just seeing Resident Evil 5 with the giant.
I just came back to
30 damage. That's what you came back. Yeah, I got bennies. I got bennies.
What you missed, Christine, was the one old person. Their fingers split in half behind the back of the other and attached to it, and then that person split down the middle and unfurled like a bear trap Venus flytrap, just full of just dripping black and white ochre. They've also given you a Benny, Kojak. How'd you do?
Oh, I didn't roll my Benny. What am I supposed to?
you don't have to Benny because gave you a Benny, so you're just
you roll vigor. You roll vigor.
Roll vigor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad that I eventually took a D6 in that.
Take the investigation.
No!
Did you critically fail?
got it. Well.
All right. Hey. Harold, Trixie.
Okay, hold on, I'll come back.
Harold, Trixie, I need you to take off your headphones and leave the Discord call for a minute. Yeah, you too, Josh.
You gotta take off your headphones.
No.
Him.
Kojak stays.
Me. It's just me and him.
Kojak stays.
Okay.
Okay, so let me.
Hey, Kojak.
What's up? I'll try not to spoil it for.
Yeah. Christine, go away, Christine.
He's saying go away.
Go away.
Oh, me go away?
Yeah, go away.
Because I have to talk to him.
We have to talk.
He doesn't want to share whatever I'm about to say, which kind of scares me because
Okay.
I think I know what this is.
All
Oh
right.
my god, is this the...
No, this is. I don't think it is. I think there's something more to this.
Ironically, oh no, Tony, this is a one-shot, baby. This is about to be real bad. She thought it was the Betwixt. Oh, honey, no, this is a published setting. It's not mine. I can't do the Betwixt here. Hey, Kojak.
Hello.
You're dead. Like,
okay.
You are dead. You critically failed your soak roll. I'm not even going to have your roll death checks. You're fucking dead. You are a corpse now. Now, I was like, should I harrow someone? No. Here's what's going to happen, Kojak. Okay. Oh, God. Before, you could not understand the majesty of the Queen, of Our Lady, of the Depths.
So this is why okay. I figure I know where this is going.
But now you can, Kojak. So you're going to still play Kojak. We're going to probably play next week, too. But Kojak, you're on my side now. Okay?
Okay.
So the Queen... no, not the Ten-Eyed Queen. Our Lady of the Depths. Our Lady approaches you. And when she appears before you, it's this beautiful statuesque figure of like green stone with bluish green, like sea foam. And you weep before her majesty.
Okay.
And that's when you realize that you're not done yet. You're not done. You're gonna get these two, and you're gonna get them in front of the Queen, and you're gonna convert them. You're gonna play it completely normal. Nothing bad happened out here. Those grandpas, they were never here. You're fine. You're gonna take them to the clay quarry. Oh yeah, you're gonna let them think that the investigation's going fine, Kojak. And when they get there, we're gonna kill them, and then they're gonna join you in worship. How does that sound, Jack?
Yeah, it sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. Okay, so this way you can still play your character, but
I'm John Locke in season 5.
Yes.
That's what's happening. Okay.
You are on my team.
Okay.
All right. So when the final battle starts, I want you to go all out on Trixie and Harold, but not before then. Before then, you're allowed to kill the other worshippers. Get them before the Queen.
So right now, I'm...
Make it look like you're helping. Don't be suspicious unless they really give you a reason to. But really get in there, okay?
Okay.
You're good.
Okay. Let me go grab the other one.
Hey, Harold.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, no, I can't hear anything. That's a problem.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
Can you hear me? I'll keep talking until you can hear me. Okay. Hi, Harold. You fool. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Good. Yeah. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Yeah. Kojak's fine. Harold and Trixie, nothing bad happened. Kojak's fine.
Okay.
Hey, how long was I gone? Like 30 seconds? Maybe a minute?
Yeah, like 2 minutes. Like you were sneaking around behind.
Because look who takes my seat as soon as...
30 seconds. 30 seconds that. Look at this little shit.
Yeah.
He loves you. That's cute.
That's cute.
Cute ass cat.
No, I know, she's adorable, but still, like... Yes, cat.
She's good. She can put him back on. Hey,
Hello.
Welcome back. What's up?
Okay, I was taking care of the chinchilla in the meantime.
So
Fuck
we
you,
don't
you have
know
everything.
about the critical.
No.
Okay.
No. In fact, as you round to where the screaming was, you spot Brenda, and she has like sort of spider webbed over her face that black and white fluid, and it's trying to like force its way like through her ears, her nose, under her tear ducts, through her mouth. It is trying to get inside, and she is desperately resisting it. But like you get in there, and Harold, Trixie, you like rip it off of her before it can infect her with whatever this process is. And she gags and retches and heaves even before, like, tearfully, chokingly, "Thank you. Oh God. Oh God. What was that? What was that? What happened to Mr. Visconti?"
Oh, you mean the thing I blew up?
But what? And then she sees the bones and the viscera and the sea foam, and she weeps openly. It's about that time that Kojak, like, sneaks through the back door, and you two see him.
Oh, hey.
What I miss?
Well,
Apparently, it was Mr. Visconti was possessed.
I know. Didn't I tell you that before?
You kind of did. So I punched him and he's gone.
Oh, well.
That's a fucking net win. Like,
job well done. Did y'all find the statue?
Unfortunately, no.
We didn't investigate that much further yet.
Thank you for the follow, Jagadius.
I made him disappear with my fist.
What statue? What do you mean, what statue? What happened? What's happening? Oh God, oh God. She begins to weep horribly. Thankfully, all of you know that she's not infected. Like, with certainty, Harold, Trixie, you got it off of her in time. Like, she's not infected. And Kojak, her tears are so fucking real. Like, they're not, the infected ones just aren't capable of this. Like, you're pretty sure.
Do you happen, what's her name again?
Brenda.
Brenda, do you happen to know if Mr. I forgot his name. I'm so sorry. I forgot her name.
She's inconsolable. She just continues to blubber and cry and weep as you try to grill her on the mystery.
Can I hug her? Can I console her?
So you get down.
I like to roll for hugging.
And you gently sort of take her, and she, like, struggles and resists and, like, pushes you off.
Into my bosom.
And you know what? If you're gonna try and force it, opposed strength. Like, she's a wild card, and she actually has a decent strength.
Oh, so strength.
Oh, wild card. Oh,
yeah, she's a wild card.
So strength.
Strength, yeah.
11.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna take this hug.
Yeah, like you take this fucking hug.
Hug me.
And you hug her, and she doesn't, like, break down into the mess that the notebook would have you believe. Okay. But like, she, like, begins to, like, shiver, but it's not with sorrow, it's with, like, anger. You've felt this shiver before. And she, like, gently places a hand on your chest and, like, gently pushes you away. Sort of wipes the tears away. They've sort of run lines through the grit and grime on her face, and she wipes it away. What is happening here?
Well, we are still trying to figure out that out ourselves. We think there is some blob thing. It looks like white and black, mixes but never, like, intertwines. It possesses people, and their leader is a My Lady of the Depths.
You're saying there's a fucking monster here? Pardon my language, but you're saying there's some sort of goddamn monster here? You expect me to... She looks at the sea foam.
Exhibit A.
Harold, persuasion.
Goodness. My persuasion is trash. But I'm gonna try anyway. Oh.
Oh, shit.
7.
Oh my god, yeah. The sincerity in yours and Trixie's words and actions and her recent experience. And so you know what this monster is?
Not
I have an idea.
Kojak, you know what it is.
Yeah. She calls herself Our Lady. And we need to find out where she is and the statue that she carries with her.
All the stuff they took, it's at the quarry. But Kojak, you have a +1 on your next roll, courtesy of Gontes.
Oh, sweet.
The stuff they pinched, it's all at the quarry. Y'all seem awfully composed for dealing with monsters and stuff. So you knew coming in here, you knew that something was wrong?
Well, not necessarily specifically who, but
We don't need to beat around the bush. Yes, we found out that there's a possession going on around here. People are clearly not in control of their minds. You know that, and we know that.
I thought folk were just getting skittish, but all right.
What we need to know is where is this quarry?
I'll take you there. And she gets up and she like grabs the double barrel that's sort of like leaned against the wall that the cattleman must use. She goes, "Oh, I'll show you." And that's where we're going to end the first part of this two-parter, I suppose. Yeah, fuck.
What a wild episode.
Yeah, that was
wild.
pretty fucking wild. Let's just say that I'm excited for next week.
Yeah.
I'm not concerned for next week, but I don't know that. So
What you guys are talking about?
I know.
It sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun.
So, first off, did y'all enjoy yourselves?
yeah.
yeah, this was a lot more threatening. Like there was a lot more threat, and you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't call this like a full horror game. This is definitely very pulpy. But
at the same time, with some of your descriptions of these demonic presences we're seeing.
Okay, so Christine, being the one amongst us who is trying to engage with horror more, like, does this meet your comfort level?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I can even like go a little past this too.
Okay, if it,
You know, but okay. Let me tell you this: when it comes to horror, you know what scares me most is things of is gore. I don't like when it's literally gore. Like if you're gonna describe it to me, that's one thing, but I don't literally like to watch it. Like I will
I fucking hate
sensitize
you there,
myself to
Rothman.
even like the nature channels shit. Like it's nothing to do with like, you know, like jump scare stuff. Like this kind of like when you're describing it and it like makes me like have to like listen like ooh and imagine it and I'm like and I'm making faces. Do not mind that.
Okay.
But when it's like jump scare stuff, if you want to add that in there, if you get that out of me, it's one thing.
I feel like
jump scares are cheap. I use them very infrequently.
Jump scares is what actually is what scares me.
Okay.
Which
No jump scares.
Not fun fact. That's why I hate balloons. I don't like balloons because it's like I don't know when are they gonna pop.
Cat also has a phobia of balloons, which we've talked about before altogether. So
I
like,
freaking
yeah,
hate balloons. So it's like I don't like the anxiety of like when is it gonna pop?
Yeah.
When is it gonna happen? I can have a balloon, I can hold one, but if like anyone else has one, I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and like Stephanie says, jump scares are kind of hard to do in a tabletop game. Like at the most, I can be like, huh, like, but I don't do it very often. And if you're not,
like
if you don't like it, I'm not going to do it to
storytelling
you.
one, like-
It ends up being like we're in the middle of a
I lost.
initiative.
Yeah,
But I like the descriptive, very storytelling, like
okay.
when you're like, what's gonna happen now? Like, ooh, why is that happening? Like, ew,
I did-
that's gross. Like that's cool. Like I'm very intrigued with going on so far, by the way.
I mean, I did enjoy the
super
imagery of the whole, like, when I'm reading the guy's mind and you're explaining just this face that's just, like, creeping closer and closer to me, and then in the blink of an eye, it's like none of it happened.
Okay.
I did enjoy that.
What about you, Josh? How you feeling?
It was really interesting. I liked the descriptions of everything and how like elaborate you got into them, and it wasn't very like visual, so I can see it and then be like, oh, okay, it's like creepy, but it was not like too scary, you know?
Cool. So offline, we'll continue to sort of talk more about like RPG safety tools and things like that. You know, we've already been having these discussions. We don't really need to continue to have them on the internet. But okay, just remember at any point, like you are in control. You can pull the ripcord on me and just be like, you know, message me like we talked about, and just we will drop it and move on. We'll see how the end of this goes, which will definitely be a much like tenser than this first half was. And then
I'm actually looking forward to it.
Yeah. And then if you want to go deeper after that, the week after next, we can run like a Cthulhu game or something. And we will see what's up. I'll run like a proper fucking pull out all the stops horror game, which is definitely a lot fucking harder to do over the internet. I thrive on the energy of tension in the room. It's really hard to get that tension like this. In the meantime, thank you all very much for watching. It was very nice to have you. We love you all very dearly. Have a wonderful evening. Goodbye. Mwah! We love you.